Fair Isle Ford is proud to present Isles Radio.
Winning 9 of the previous 11 matchups of the year.
Isles Radio is proudly brought to you by Domino's, Hunter's Ale House, The Factory Downtown, ADL, and Centennial Auto Group.
Summer ended.
Hi, it's Sean Casey, your Member of Parliament for Charlottetown. These are trying times for all Canadians. Thank you to everyone who is doing their part to keep Prince Edward Island and Charlottetown safe. A special shout out to all healthcare and other essential workers who put themselves on the front line for us each and every day. Call my office at 902-566-7770 for information on how your federal government is supporting Islanders.
Steps behind the microphone.
The compliments keep coming for the 2020 Lincoln lineup. Forbes says the Aviator is the best vehicle Lincoln has ever produced. And Auto Trader says the Nautilus is a fashion-forward luxury machine. Right now, there's even more reason to rave with 0% APR purchase financing on select new 2020 vehicles for up to 60 months. And thoughtful experiences like Lincoln pickup and delivery. For details, visit fairislelincoln.ca or visit us in Charlottetown today.
Your patience has paid off. You've been waiting, asking, wondering when the Charlottetown Islanders team store will open. The answer is now. That's right. The Charlottetown Islanders team store is open again. Now is your chance to grab some new swag and support your Islanders all season long. Head in and see what's new. Drop in Monday to Friday from 10 to 4 to grab the latest Islanders gear to show your support. The Charlottetown Islanders team store is open again. See you soon.
coach for the Charlottetown Islanders.
Fair Isle Ford is proud to present Isles Radio.
As a reminder, wear your mask at all times, except when you're eating or drinking. Make sure to stay in your zone. Use your designated concessions area and maintain physical distancing. Thank you. Hey, Moose Country! Let's hear it for the Beast of the East, your Halifax Mooseheads! And now, the East Link starting lineup for your Halifax Mooseheads. In goal, number 33, Brady James. On defense, number 28, Stephen Davis. And number 79, Jason Horvath. The forwards, number 42, Zach Jones. Number 82, Santa Peters. And number 88, Bobby Orr. We ask that you now please rise, if you're able to, remove your headwear, and join the Mooseheads' own Peter Bayless for the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. Quand embrasser, porter la paix, il sait porter la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Go
Well, 72 hours after an offensive onslaught on Thursday night in which they posted 11 goals. We'll see if the Mooseheads saved a few for this afternoon as they take on the Q's top team. It's the Mooseheads and the Islanders live from the Scotiabank Center. We got it for you right now on News 95.7. And good afternoon, Moose Country. Thanks a lot for joining us for Dartmouth Dodge Mooseheads hockey. My name is Gareth McDonald. Pleased to be joined here today by Tim Boyce, head coach of the Halifax McDonald's of the Nova Scotia Under-18 Major League. And Tim, some familiar faces for you in this game here today. We talked a bit about Justin Barron off the top, so an opportunity for you today to watch a player that you once coached.
Forward to it. Obviously, he's had a lot of success since moving on to Major Junior, and he's been a top player for a couple years now, and there's a lot of guys I'm looking forward to watching here today.
Well, we are underway. Zach Jones out here centering Senna Peters and Bobby Orr to start this one off. Jason Horvath has it at his own blue line. He's going to hand that one off for his partner, Stephen Davis. He'll launch one on a play right there as it deflects out just 14 seconds in. Brady James getting the start in goal on this contest for the Mooseheads. Brady James 5-5-1-2 on the year, 377 goals against average and an 889 save percentage. Colton Ellis between the pipes at the other end of the rink. He has been nothing short of dominant against the Moose this year. We'll talk more about some of his numbers a little later on as Jason Horvath lobs it out to neutral ice. It's off a stick right onto the lumber of Stephen Davis. He played it away. Zach Jones picks it up out at neutral ice, tries to roll it in. Some good work here from Bobby Orr, and he kind of got tangled up there with William Trudeau. As we got an interference penalty coming up to the Charlottetown Islanders defenseman, and the Mooseheads will head off on their power play just 37 seconds in. And Tim, we talked about it during the pregame show. The power play really heating up for the Mooseheads right now, and you got a perhaps a bit of a tired Islanders bunch right now. A lot of travel for them over the last 24 hours, so a great opportunity right here.
Yeah, let's get right on top of them here right away. Get some pucks to the net early here and try and create some momentum.
Power play going 4 for 7 on Thursday night as this puck comes back to the line to Wynot. He'll just fire one right in on Colton Ellis. He gets the glove on it, and he is going to hang on to it. Talked about some of the numbers that he has put up in this season series, and just nothing short of stellar. 5-0, just one goal against in those 5 games. So he has had the Mooseheads number. Jason Horvath, the only player on this Mooseheads roster to find the back of his net. And right off the faceoff, Kieran Gallant will skate it up to the Mooseheads blue line and launch it in toward the netminder James, who was kind of forced to hang on to it right there. It's tried to toss it away to Barron, but the whistle goes, so we'll have a defensive zone face-off here 56 seconds into period number 1.
The whistles are certainly getting a workout here early.
Plenty of stoppages early on in this one. 1:41 left on that interference penalty to William Trudeau as it's launched back deep into Mooseheads territory. On it down there is Cam Wynot. He got poked at, tripped up, and he's in a little bit of distress down there. Wynot in some trouble down in the corner, and very slow to get up and onto his skates. Little labored as he makes his way off toward the Mooseheads bench.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a skate or a stick that he got caught with in the corner here. Yeah, I think he got caught with the skate.
That's something you never like to see. So he's, again, kind of making his way down the tunnel a little gingerly right now. We'll hope for all the best for Cam Wynot, who has been enjoying a fantastic season paired up with the Mooseheads captain Justin Barron on the back end. Cam Wynot, 4 goals, 16 assists, has really taken a big jump here this year, and always helps to have a guy like Justin Barron on the back end with you. And we'll talk more about that line or that D pairing with assistant coach John Greenwood coming up during our second intermission. As this one's fired around the board, Zach Leroux picks it up along the half wall. He'll bump it up top to Horvath. This is off. Barron lets his shot go, and it's kicked out by the right pad of Ellis, collected by Gallant, and he will launch it the length of the ice as Brady James comes out to leave it back there for the Mooseheads captain. And Justin Barron sees him ice, so he'll take it for a skate. He's going to drive it in down the right wing, tries to drop it off there for Dume. He'll work it down low. Centering feed out front, a shot, and a big save right there from Ellis. And perhaps a fortunate whistle for the Islanders, as it looked like that puck may have still been loose down in the blue paint.
Yeah, a couple opportunities there off the rush. He's kicking out the weak side pad there. Halifax has got to have a look and have somebody there to cash in on those rebounds.
You talked a bit about Justin Barron being the one-man breakout back in under 18 major hockey, and certainly a one-man zone entry right there. Nice little rush up ice on this power play as the Islanders will clear it away. 35 seconds left on this Mooseheads power play. It's Furlong gets the line. He'll drop it off for Jones. Down low for Furlong. He'll work it around back up top toward the right point for Orr. Orr pressured there. That puck forced out to center, and Vidicek will come out to collect it. He'll work it back into his own end for Furlong. A pass up the middle, and that feed out at center off the stick. Dume was picked off. The Islanders will fire it right back in. Loose puck back there. Gay heads after it. He'll battle with Furlong at the side of the net, and Jones trying to help out. It's poked in toward James, and he will cover it up with 3 seconds to go on this Mooseheads man advantage. Face-off down in the Halifax end. 17:26 left in a scoreless opening period. So a face-off coming up now to Brady James left. Still not seeing any Cam Wynot down there on the Mooseheads bench, so see if we can get an update on his condition. Mooseheads dealing with even more injuries here. James Swan not in the lineup today for Halifax. Upper body injury for him, left the game. Or rather, got injured in the game on Thursday night against the Cape Breton Eagles. Brendan Tomlinson continuing to recover. Alex Tessier also not dressed. Keegan Hunt, Attilio Biasca also injured for the Mooseheads. And William Robitaille, a healthy scratch as Vidicek will take this one out to center. Gets the red line. He'll snap it down toward the Islanders net, and that is held on to by the River Dennis native, Colton Ellis. And he'll get set for a face-off. It'll come up on his blocker side down in Islanders territory.
Really liked how aggressive Charlottetown was on that penalty kill. They're not hesitating to pressure behind the net and allowing Halifax to break out clean.
Charlottetown's penalty kill, it's been good this year, 84.7%. That is fourth best in the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League as the Islanders come back up ice. It's shot down toward the net, and that was steered aside by James as Stephen Davis has it. He'll try to clear. Turn over to Oliver. Fires one, and that will go up and over the net as Trudeau keeps it in at the left point. It's tossed down toward an open corner. Plendowski pinches in. He'll send it down toward Oliver. That got past him. And Mooseheads will try to get it out now as Davis swings it up the left wing side. Foster was able to bump it toward the middle. It's picked up by Alex David. He'll dish off to Robinson. There's a shot, and it's stopped and held on to by Ellis. 2 minutes, or rather 3 minutes and 25 seconds gone, and his opening period. No score at the Scotiabank Center. Shots on goal right now, 4-1 in favor of the Mooseheads.
A couple routine saves there for Ellis. Certainly would like to see Halifax get a little bit more traffic here and maybe drive the net a little harder here and make life a little harder for the 20-year-old goaltender.
Top line out now for the Mooseheads. Elliot Desnoyers taking that face-off. He's flanked by Zach Leroux and Jordan Dume. The Islanders win it. They'll clear it out to center, and Zach Leroux gets it inside the line, try to work it toward the middle of the ice, but it will bounce back down into Mooseheads territory as Horvath heads after it. He'll leave it back there for Justin Barron. A pass ahead for Desnoyers on the right side now for Dume. He'll roll it in, and Ellis out of his net to play it. Worked it over toward the corner. Leroux was there. Desnoyers trying to center out front. Dume, some quick hands. Couldn't quite settle it down as it was poked at. Budgel takes a hit, but he's able to get it out and over the blue line as Dume picks it up and fires it right back in. Islanders on it. They will look to break out. There's a pass up the left wing from Cormier, and the Islanders will dump it in deep as Thomas Casey heads after it. He'll take a little bump down there. Davis on it now. Plays it up the left wing for Payton toward the middle, and it's going to roll off the stick of Landon Myron. And Tremblay scooping that one up and firing it in for Charlottetown as the Moose will take their time back here. Davis behind the net. Pass ahead for Vidicek. He'll look cross ice. Furlong going to tap that one up ahead for Myron. Pardon me. Liam Payton, rather, as it's going to be played back Well, that was Myron. I will correct myself. It's knocked over for Furlong. Furlong back down in the Mooseheads end. He's able to bounce one out to center ice, and the Islanders are on it here. It's collected and making his way in there as Peach lets a shot go. Stopped by James. Davis and Peach battling down behind the net. Peach gets kind of hauled down there, and looks like a glove pass perhaps on that play. It's whistled dead. 14:55 to go here in period number 1. No score at the Scotiabank Center.
It's a great save by James there on a what could have been a costly turnover in the neutral zone. Like to see that out of a young goaltender early on.
Brady James starting to string together some wins. He's got victories now in 3 straight games for the Mooseheads. All 3 of those wins coming against Cape Breton as the Mooseheads will play it back down into Islanders territory. It's played back toward the line, and that's kept in at the left point by Robinson down toward the corner, or throwing his weight around down there for the Moose. And Peters tried to look toward the blue line for Jones. That got past him. It ends up all the way back down in Mooseheads territory as James plays it up the right wing side. Peters will bump it toward the middle, and in transition now the Mooseheads carry it up ice. Jones takes a big hit from Elliott, and he got all of Zach Jones, dumped him. Robinson on it back down to the Halifax end. He'll play it off the end boards for Justin Barron, and the Mooseheads captain clears it out. Noah Lowen on it back in his own end, over for his partner Cormier. It's worked up the left wing side and then played back for Noah Lowen. He'll send it up the right wing for Gallant, who was able to punch that one deep into Mooseheads territory, and Justin Barron will slow it down back in his end as he stepped out from behind his net. Up the middle, looking for a lane, and he'll find one there. A pass ahead. Cole Foston down the left wing toward the corner. Takes a hit down there. Got knocked over by Lowen. Pettin trying to help him out, but the Islanders will come away with it as McCarthy. He'll play it up the left wing side. That's going to be broken up. Alex David trying to get it out. The Islanders hold it in. McCarthy puts one right on. James got a piece of it with his glove. Back toward the right point. Lowen sending it down the boards, and Horvath will pick it up back there as he dishes off. A pass up the left wing side. It's off the stick of Foston, up and out of play. 13-11 to go in the first. No score. You're listening to Dartmouth Dodge Mooseheads Hockey on News 95.7.
There's a shot. Islanders score!
Hi, this is Sean Casey, your MP for Charlottetown. Our federal government is working hard to make sure we have your back during this epic challenge. We'll block shots and keep digging so you can reach your goals. Call for information on programs and services supporting all Charlottetown Islanders.
Call 902-566-7770 for information on how your federal government is supporting Islanders.
It's Fair Isle Ford, Charlottetown Islanders Radio.
Make suggestions you'll love. Spend less time searching and more time watching. That's the East Link Edge.
Hockey on News 95.7. Gareth McDonald, Tim Boyce back with you live from the Scotiabank Center. No score in the first period. Justin Barron down in the right corner. He'll play it up the boards, and that one will get out and over the line. As hustling after it was Horvath, was able to chop it ahead. Leroux will pound that down into Islanders territory. Tremblay on it. They'll try to float one out. A bouncing puck out to center. Budgel quickly swings it over to a streaking Thomas Casey. He'll try to throw it toward the front of the net, and that was broken up by the Mooseheads. Leroux on it here for Halifax, able to get it out and to center ice. Stewart turned that one over. Leroux down the left wing, trying to get a shot off, and a good stick there by Stewart as Leroux continues after it. He got dumped down in the corner by Stewart, and Cedric Desrousseaux able to skate it out through neutral ice. Some physical play out there. Couple of collisions, and that puck just kind of squirted out for Zach Leroux, but wants a line change, so he'll just dump that one in. Landowski tried to skate it out. Vidicek got a piece of it, kept it in. Now Patrick Gay on it for the Islanders, trying to roll one over there for Peach. That was broken up by Liam Payton. Payton will head after it. Out to neutral ice. He'll flip it up the right wing. Landon Myron trying to jump down into the action. And Liam Payton with a good bump there as he throws his weight around. Rolling puck back down into Mooseheads territory. Furlong sent it up the right wing. That was kept in by the Islanders. Peach lets a shot go, and that one will fly wide as Trudeau keeps it in at the left point. It's shoveled down toward Peach. Back up top to Cormier. To Trudeau. Trudeau and Cormier shifting now as Trudeau sees him ice. He'll step out with it, a shot, and he's stopped by James. Brady James hanging on to it. 11:22 to go as we get a break in the action. Little nifty play at the line from William Trudeau.
Lots of patience on the blue line from the Charlottetown Islanders. Love to see defensemen that have confidence handling the puck.
William Trudeau, a guy that I think has kind of come a bit out of nowhere over the last couple of years over in Charlottetown, and that's something that we've heard from Cedric Desrousseaux, who was actually a part of the Drummondville Voltage, your organization, when Trudeau was there, kind of a throw-in in the P.O. Joseph trade, but boy, has he been good over the last couple of seasons. Stephen Davis able to knock that puck away. Elliott getting it back. Little pile up down here in the corner as a couple of bodies collide. 11 minutes to go. It's going to roll past Beauregard. Moosehead's on it. It's launched out to center. Orr was streaking, but couldn't quite settle down that one. Horvath now back in his end. A long pass. He was looking up by Senna Peters coming off his first career Q hat trick. Was trying to bust into the Islanders' end, but that pass never quite made it. Now Davis battling down in the corner for the Mooseheads. Kind of tied up with Elliott. Jones trying to help out. A bouncing puck toward the slot area. That's going to be cleared away, and now a bit of a foot race as Orr heads after it. Getting to it first, though, was Cormier, and he's going to ice the puck. So an offensive zone draw coming up here for the Mooseheads as we approach the midway point of period number 1. 10:19 to go in this first period. The shots on goal right now 5-4 in favor of the Islanders.
Charlottetown's kind of taken control of the game a little bit territorially here. They've bottled the Mooseheads up the last couple shifts. I think they need a little push here.
So Denoyer lining up there against Zach Beauregard, and Beauregard pulls that one back as the Islanders will fire it out. Furlong knocks it down, plays it over there for Justin Barron. Barron ahead for Leroux. He'll fire it down toward the corner. And the Islanders in possession is Tremblay. He'll hand it off. There's a pass up the left wing as the Islanders look to break out. It's sent out to neutral ice, and on it here is McCarthy. He'll sweep it down toward the corner. Boyd gives chase after. Got bumped off the puck there by Elliott Denoyer. Boyd back on it. Picked up a goal last night, his third career Q goal as it bounces back and over the stick at Tremblay. He's forced back after it. He'll head after it in his zone then. Partner that one over for Sean Stewart. There's a feed for McCarthy. Rolls off of his stick right back to Stewart, and the Islanders will clear it away as James comes out to stop it. They'll work it up the left wing now for Vidicek. Vidicek sending it ahead. A drop pass for Landon Myron. He'll let a shot go, and that one ends up wide of the goal. Comes back to the right point. Justin Barron will work it back down. He was trying to hit Vidicek with that, but it took a funny hop back there. On it is Liam Payton. He'll swing it down toward the corner. Myron back up top for Justin Barron. Lets his shot go. Little redirect, and Ellis able to keep that one out as there was some company down around his crease. It comes back up top toward the right point. Barron able to hold the line. Good pass to Payton. Lets a shot go. Pad stop. Bouncy puck down there as Payton tries to settle it down and fend off his check. He'll fire it around the boards. And now Robinson lets it go. Myron toward the front of the net as that popped right onto his stick. He just tried to throw it toward the slot area. And the Islanders will clear it out. Some good pressure from the Moose. 8:32 to go in period number 1. No score here at the Scope.
There's a shot. Islanders score!
Hi, this is Sean Casey, your MP for Charlottetown. Our federal government is working hard to make sure we have your back during this epic challenge. We'll block shots and keep digging so you can reach your goals. Call for information on programs and services supporting all Charlottetown Islanders.
Call 902-566-7770 for information on how your federal government is supporting Islanders.
It's Fair Isle Ford, Charlottetown Islanders Radio.
Welcome back. You're listening to Dartmouth Dodge Mooseheads Hockey on News 95.7. Gareth McDonald, Tim Boyce back with you from the Scotiabank Center. 8:32 to go in the first period. Mooseheads, they win the draw. Quick shot. Heavy drive there from the point off the stick of Justin Barron, and that one will ricochet out as Barron comes back to scoop it up. He sends it up the middle of the ice. And Jordan Dumais kind of got knocked off that puck as Cormier will spin away with it. He'll send it up the right wing now for Thomas Casey. Works it toward the middle. On it is Cedric Desrousseaux trying to dance his way in. Can't get around Barron. Plays it back to Cormier. A shot. And it's off the goal stick of Brady James. Collected here by Leroux. He tried to flip one out, but it was batted down at center by Noah Lowen. Cormier jumping up into the play. Coming off a couple goal performance last night. Had it stripped away by Leroux. Leroux try to work a pass over for Jones. That hit a body. And now Jones applying some pressure down in the Islanders' end, trying to corral that puck. It rolled away from him. Senna Peters able to get it back for the Mooseheads. Or nifty feed to Jones. Back to Peters. A shot. And my goodness, what an opportunity right there for the Mooseheads. As Ellis got a piece of that one. And now the Islanders able to float one out. That was off the stick of Lucas Cormier. Moose right back on it or down the right wing. He'll let a shot go, and it's going to ricochet wide. Peach at his own blue line. Banks it off the wall and out. Furlong able to work it over there as it's played up ahead, up the right side, out of the reach of Orr, and that will result in an icing charge to the Mooseheads with 7:04 remaining here in period number one. Shots on goal 8-6 in favor of the Mooseheads. And Tim, some great puck movement right there, and some pretty good zone time for the Moose as well.
Yeah, they've strung together a couple quality shifts here. They're starting to get some bodies to the front of the net, using their points. Looks like we're in for a good finish to this period here.
Zach Jones taking that face-off. Islanders win a quick shot right there, and a stop by James as the Moose will look to get it out to center. Patrick Gay circling inside his own blue line. He will punch it right up the middle and in, but had it knocked off of his stick, and now Vidicek turns it up ice the other way for the Moose as he tries to get around Tremblay. Tremblay finishing Vidicek hard down there in the corner. Landon Myron trying to line up Tremblay. And now a chance as Justin Barron steps in, lets a shot go, and that one will deflect up and out of play. But an opportunity for the Mooseheads captain as he looks to make it goals in back-to-back games.
Great block there by Tremblay with Barron coming right down into the slot area. I'd like to see that out of your players coming on the back end of a long stretch of games.
Well, Justin Barron coming into this game, he's got points in 5 straight contests. Had that big night, career night on Thursday, a goal and 4 assists. First 5-point night of his Q League career. Now finds himself in the top 10 among defensemen in scoring, tied with a couple of Charlottetown Islanders and William Trudeau and his longtime buddy Noah Lowen as the Moose will play it up the left wing, and Cole Foston able to chip that one in. Beauregard will work it over for Trudeau up the left wing side. And now back down low for Trudeau. He'll send it behind the net for Halifax native Oscar Plandowski. Plandowski spinning, works it back for Trudeau, and now it's rolled out to neutral ice up the left wing. Pettin will force it back in, though, for the Mooseheads as he finishes his check on Plandowski down in the corner. Puck loose in the slot. Great passes shot, and that is stopped by Ellis as he got enough of it to keep it out. Had to fight that one off. Alex David with a great opportunity. 5:54 to go in the first. Scoreless, and the
Peter Norton from Norton's Jewelers here. Myself, my son Craig, and our team are proud to be your local neighborhood jewelers. As people who are born and raised on the island, we know the importance of local. We shop local, eat local, and give locally. We encourage you to do the same and continue to support your community by connecting and buying from local business owners like myself and others. We're happy Norton's Jewelers is open, and we look forward to seeing you to help you add another chapter to your love story with the perfect piece of jewelry.
Norton's Jewelers.
It's Fair Isle Ford, Charlottetown Islanders Radio.
Live from the Scotiabank Center here in downtown Halifax. No score in this one thus far. The shots on goal, 9-6 in favor of the Mooseheads. 5:54 to go in the opening frame. Face-off will be to Colton Ellis' right. Vidicek in to take the draw. He will line up against a fellow rookie, and Oliver, and off the draw, Payton comes away with the puck. He'll play it up top. It's worked over down the left side to Robinson. Had that one poked at by McCarthy, rolls all the way back down into Mooseheads territory. James out of his net to play it, and McCarthy got a piece of it. It comes back down behind the Mooseheads net, and Vidicek's on it. He will sweep it over to an open corner. Furlong back to retrieve it. He'll fire it off the boards and out to center ice. And now Vidicek, he'll wide fire, scores! Marcus Vidicek, heavy shot. He'll beat Colton Ellis. And the Mooseheads taking a 1-0 lead here late in this first period. Tim, goals in this season series against Colton Ellis. To say they have been hard to come by, that would be an understatement.
Yeah, great shot, well placed. There was some great work by the winger coming across on the weak side, which kind of opened up the offside for the shot there, and just, beat him clean. Great shot.
Old school clapper.
Yeah, you don't see those a lot anymore.
You love to see it, though, when it happens. And Marcus Vidicek, with that goal, he now has 10 on the season. Off of this faceoff, Jordan Dumais will send it down into Islanders territory. And on it here is Sean Stewart. Stewart drops it off, and Felix Tremblay now will play it up the left wing side. It's worked toward the middle of the ice, and that was just under the reach of Casey. He'll hustle after it. Good to see Cam Wynot back on the ice right now for the Mooseheads as it comes back toward the left point. Felix Tremblay trying to hold the line as he's pressured there by Elliot Desnoyers. It's going to pop out for Zach Leroux. Bouncing puck, and that one just hops out and over the line as Tremblay plays it. So we get a whistle there, offside call. 4:49 to go in the first period. Marcus Vidicek has got the Mooseheads up 1-0, and again going a little historic with that one. That's old school.
Yeah, you could kind of see it building. Halifax is starting to take control here. I think Charlottetown is definitely a little bit fatigued right now.
As I said, Colton Ellis 5-0 against the Mooseheads this year, and has given up, before that one, had given up just one goal against, 4 shutouts, some domination. So great to see Vidicek get that one for the Mooseheads here in the opening frame as Oscar Plantowski has it inside his end. He will send it up ahead. Over now for Bailey Peach. Down the right wing, lets a shot go, and that was blocked. Davis on it here for the Mooseheads. He'll skate it up ahead towards center. Gains the red line, fires that one in. Plantowski tried to line him up, but Davis continuing forward. Pretty good little collision there between those two as it's going to be carried back the other way by Patrick Gay. He'll try to hand off a rolling puck. And the Mooseheads trying to throw their weight around as Orr will come away with it here for Halifax. He will circle, and now he'll turn it over. Beauregard after the shot, and a great opportunity there after a bit of confusion it looked like for the Mooseheads. And I think this is going to result in a Charlottetown power play as Bobby Orr will head to the penalty box. Slashing call to him with 3:49 to go here in the first. And that turnover, it will prove to be a little costly.
Yeah, it just looks like they got their lines crossed a little bit there in the neutral zone, and results in a good scoring chance and now a power play for Charlottetown here. Big kill coming up here for the Mooseheads.
Yeah, this power play, it has been fantastic throughout the season for the Islanders. Tops in the queue, 29.2%. Lots of weapons as Budgel puts a shot right on, knocked away by James. Comes back to the line for Cormier. Rink wide, DeRousseau lets it go. And that was stopped as it comes back up top for Cormier. He'll launch one toward the net, and James getting a piece of that is Cam Wynot. He'll play it around for Justin Barron, the Mooseheads captain, approaching the red line, and he'll just fire one in, and the Moose will try to get some fresh legs out here. They got Elliot Desnoyers and Zach Leroux up front right now. 35 seconds gone on this Islanders power play, and Desnoyers forcing the turnover. Over for Leroux, short-handed on the backhand, and he's stopped by Ellis. Big save right there for Colton Ellis. As the Mooseheads had a pretty good opportunity, short-handed. Played all the way back down into the Mooseheads end. Now Justin Barron's on it. He'll send it ahead for Desnoyers. Down toward the corner for Zach Leroux, who is starting to cook here as of late for the Moose, but he's going to get knocked off the puck by DeRousseau. Thomas Casey will carry it in for Cormier to Casey. In front, what a stop by Brady James. James gets the pad down. He'll make a fantastic stop for the Mooseheads. Boy, he was tested right there. Cedric DeRousseau looking for the tap in.
Yeah, part of being a good goaltender is recognizing the threats around you, and I think James read that wonderfully. Made a great save there.
Now some good goaltending here at both ends. Zach Leroux had a pretty good opportunity after Elliot Desnoyers helped to force the turnover, and then coming back up ice, Brady James kicking out that right pad. Huge stop for the rookie netminder, and Moose up 1-0 here. 44 seconds left in that penalty to Bobby Orr. Off the face-off, like we had a bit of a wrestling match off of that draw. And this could be one of those face-off infractions. So Marcus Vidicek, that is a tough one. The Mooseheads goal scorer, looks like they're going to call the face-off infraction on him, and 5-on-3 power play right now for the Islanders.
Yeah, this is going to be huge for the Mooseheads, especially with the firepower that Charlottetown can put on the ice.
Lots of weapons, certainly no shortage of them for the Charlottetown Islanders. They've got 4 scorers in the top 7 in the league. As we get a shot there, it's right on. Brady James will close the door on that one, covers it up with 2:29 left. 40 seconds of 5-on-3 hockey for Charlottetown right now. Still 40 seconds left in that initial penalty to Bobby Orr. Minute 56 to go on Marcus Vidicek's face-off infraction penalty as it comes back to the line for Trudeau. Trudeau handing it off now for Patrick Gay. Up top for Trudeau. Over to Plantowski. Winds and fires, and that is stopped by James. He will hang on to it here and get set for a face-off to his right.
James is really tracking the puck well right now. I think for the Mooseheads, getting this face-off is going to be key.
Oscar Plantowski, 2 goals in his Q-League career, both of them coming against his hometown Mooseheads, and he has it at the left point. He'll hand it off now for Trudeau. Dishing that one off up top to Plantowski, rips it wide. A big bounce there off the end boards. Beauregard found it. He'll play it back to the left point now for Plantowski. Over to Trudeau. Center point. Works it over on the right side for Gay. Up top, Plantowski. Some quick passes there. Good puck movement from the Mooseheads, or from the Islanders, pardon me, but unable to convert as Patrick Gay steps out. Lets a shot go and steered aside by James, and it's going to be cleared out by Bobby Orr. He'll chase after it. Orr pulls up, dishes off, opportunity, a shot, and is it in? Ellis on the goal line somehow keeps that one out. What a chance for the Mooseheads captain.
Great opportunity there by Halifax, and I think it all started from their own end with a great penalty kill, 5-on-3. They kept their triangle nice and tight to the net, and were able to clear a path for James, and James came up with the big saves when they needed them.
Bobby Orr, good patience there. He's kind of pulling up, opening up that lane, and hits Justin Barron, the trailer, and the momentum of Ellis looked like he may have taken a little bit of contact as well from Beauregard, I believe that was, but kind of made his way back toward the goal line, was able to stop himself and, again, keep that one out. A big save from the overage netminder. 1:33 left in this opening period. Still a minute to go on that penalty to Halifax's Marcus Vidicek, who has the only goal in this game, his 10th of the season. A little bit of discussion down here between the officials. Jeff Hopkins and Jeff Hopkins and Jonathan Langell, the referees here today. Sean Hagan and Brett Boyce, the linesmen. And they may go upstairs on that. It looks like that will be the call. They're going to take an extra look at it. And from that angle anyway, I think that might be tough to get some conclusive evidence from that one. Well, we will see. We will see.
It's going to be a tough call on that one, I think. Looks like the puck's under his pad, but I'm not 100% positive.
Yeah, it looked, Barron was approaching with so much speed there, kind of forcing Ellis back. He kind of came out to challenge him a bit, and again, kind of his momentum was carrying him back a bit, it looked like, toward the goal line, but then appeared to perhaps take a little poke there from Zach Beauregard, who forced him a little closer to that goal line. And again, Ellis, pretty sharp reflexes there, trying to keep himself out. Just, I think it's going to be tough to see where the puck is, though, on that play.
Yeah, pretty tough to overturn that one, I think.
And they do wave it off. So no goal here with 1:33 to go and a face-off down in the Islanders' end. And as we said, still a minute left on Marcus Vidicek's penalty. Zach Leroux will take the draw. And that face-off won by the Islanders' Cedric Desrousseaux. Leroux up front here with Jordan Dumais. It's Jason Horvath and Jake Furlong on the back end as Thomas Casey with speed will come in down the right wing, tries to fend off Furlong, pulls up, the rookie throwing his weight around down there in the corner. It was swung around the boards and nobody there for the Islanders. Jordan Dumais will pick it up, cuts toward the middle. He'll have to pull up there. I see Thomas Casey was trying to line him up. It's played off the stick of Leroux for Dumais. Heads after it down in the corner. Tries to shake the check and no allowing. Got tripped up. Leroux in to help out. He'll play it back to the left point now for Horvath. Horvath back over for Leroux. Trying to hand it off for Jordan Dumais. Bouncing puck. And, I should correct myself here. Still, we've got some 4-on-4 hockey right now as Zach Beauregard in the penalty box after that goal was, that potential goal was waved off. It was a slashing call to Beauregard as the Islanders will launch it up ahead toward the middle. It's Gallant, but what a stop by Brady James as he comes across to make that save. Another spectacular save here from the Mooseheads rookie. Puck dropped off for Justin Barron. Ahead now for Elliot Desnoyers. He's going to leave it. A rink-wide feed intended for Barron. That was broken up. And now back up ice. It's LeBlanc trying to get his pass off. And good play to break that one up as Cam Wynot was in that lane. And that will do it. Time ticks away here in the first period. And Cam Wynot going with the full shield here after he was banged up a little earlier on in this period. But pretty exciting opening frame of hockey here, Tim. We saw a little bit of everything, some old school slap shots, and again, obviously some great goaltending as well at both ends of the rink.
Yeah, obviously you've got the veteran down in the net for Charlottetown. Ellis had a great period, but not to be outdone, James held his own as well, made some incredible saves.
Introducing the new Defender. Just the thing for those little...
Isles Radio is proudly brought to you by Domino's, Hunter's Ale House, The Factory Downtown, ADL, and Centennial Auto Group.
Your Charlottetown Islanders want you back in the building. So they've partnered with Century 21 Colonial Realty to offer fan cutouts. Buy your fan cutout for $30 and you're automatically entered into the virtual Fan of the Game contest. Every home game gets you a chance to win great prizes from the Isles Team Shop and the grand prize of a 2021-2022 season ticket. Get details at charlottetown-islanders.com. Tune in or catch the next Islanders game at one of their viewing partner locations. They're home to Cape Breton this Tuesday and Wednesday.
By all means, go ahead and compare Lincoln to the competition. You may be surprised to see how our luxury SUVs stack up. With our calm interiors, suite of standard driver assist technologies, and pickup and delivery service, Lincoln brings you thoughtful experiences and comfort in the extreme. Schedule your discovery drive and compare Lincoln today. We're confident you'll be extremely glad that you did. For details, visit fairislelincoln.ca.
Hey, you! What are you doing with my clipboard?
Look, Coach, who I am isn't important, but your game plan is. See, you got armchair athletes here, and you got exercisers out there, and they're all making the most of winter. Some eat at home, some want to eat out watching the big game, and Hunter's Corner has winning plays for all of them.
You're right. Hunter's Corner is a winning choice for all sports enthusiasts.
There's always specials on when you're there to watch the game, or you can go online or use their app to pre-order food and beer for home delivery or curbside pickup. This winter, it's game on at Hunter's Corner.
"2020 is like a giant game of shinny. Whether your goal is the big leagues or just staying on your feet, we're all in this 2020 game together. None of us know which way our stick is going to be thrown, and all we can do is play within the rules, be safe, and bring our A game in 2020.
This message brought to you from Sean Casey, MP for Charlottetown, who is here to help.
This island, it's a place of new discoveries that's been waiting here for you. In every breath of wind and grain of sand, one island voice speaks through. This is a land of adventures, big and small, and quiet moments to wonder at the beauty of it all. This place, this island, it's for you and for me. This place, this island, it's where your spirit can be free. Come find your island. Prince Edward Island.
Buying local is now more important than ever. ADL is proudly PEI family farm owned and proud to offer you quality dairy products, especially ADL chocolate milk. Packed with 16 essential nutrients, ADL chocolate milk is delicious, nutritious, and a family favorite. While many things have changed, ADL quality dairy products have remained the same. Next time you're out shopping, is ADL chocolate milk in your grocery cart?
Island made, you can tell. It comes from a good place. ADL. ADL.
Introducing the new EastLink TV experience. Now with TiVo, get voice command,
Watch Jesse,
personalized recos, and all the content you love in one place. Spend less time searching and more time watching. That's the EastLink Edge.
It's Fair Isle Ford, Charlottetown Islanders Radio. Isles Radio is proudly brought to you by Domino's, Hunter's Ale House, The Factory Downtown, ADL, and Centennial Auto Group.
When you provide quality local products for your community, they'll support you back. For over 65 years, ADL has been providing quality products as well as supporting communities on the island. Just as you see ADL products in your local store, ADL also gives back to the community through local hockey rinks, hospitals, community events, and so much more. It's not just better for your family, it's better for PEI. ADL, quality, local, community involved. Visit them online at adl.ca.
Peter Norton from Norton's Jewelers here. Myself, my son Craig, and our team are proud to be your local neighborhood jewelers. As people who are born and raised on the island, we know the importance of local. We shop local, eat local, and give locally. We encourage you to do the same and continue to support your community by connecting and buying from local business owners like myself and others. We're happy Norton's Jewelers is open, and we look forward to seeing you to help you add another chapter to your love story with the perfect piece of jewelry.
Norton's Jewelers.
The first 3 days of March have been a little weird here on PEI, locking it down in the red zone. That goes no different for your Charlottetown Islanders. We're all doing the isolation thing, doing our part to keep PEI safe. While we're doing it, we're going to have a little bit of fun here too. So this is isolated incidents. So the first question, Oscar, whose gear on your guys' team smells the worst?
I'm going to have to say Sam's because he's always washing it. He's always asking Kev and Spy to put like every single piece of his gear into the washer with all our gitch.
That's a tough one. Kev and Spies do a pretty good job keeping all the boys' gear clean, but I'm going to say Gooby.
Probably Goobies. Gooby's just kind of a smelly guy, really, in general. He can stink up the boss sometimes, so I'm guessing it's Gooby.
I'll say Gooby. Yeah,
Spide's pretty keen on washing everything, so I'll give Spide credit for that and not throw anybody under the bus there.
I would say that my gloves are probably one of the worst smelling things in there on our team. Just like I've started to wash them in the washing machine, so they haven't been as bad. But in the past, like for some reason, I could never get my gloves to not smell bad. And I don't want to throw anybody else under the bus, so I'll throw myself under the bus.
Who on your guys' team has the weirdest superstition, like pregame ritual or superstition, anything like that?
The goalies obviously are weird. They got their whole rituals they like to do. They have those little bouncy balls that they throw up the wall and stuff like that, and do all this weird stuff with that.
Colton does quite a bit of stuff when he plays in game days. He kind of different things with headphones. Like sometimes you don't see him for a bit. But.
Like I'd like to say that I'm pretty normal with my routines. Like nothing crazy, pretty standard. I think Goob's pretty well the same way. So
Oscar goes out really early for before we go out. So I'll say that. I don't know.
Plando's like dressed probably 30 minutes before warm-up. He's out in the hallway buzzing around. Maybe Sammy the other day, Sammy was dressed. I think he was literally had his skates on before I was done warming up.
Probably Sam Oliver. He does some wacky things. He's always pretty paranoid with tape jobs and all that stuff. Maybe him.
Sammy's had a couple different like times where he's done some weird things before the games.
I'm going to give you a little bit of redemption here because a few of the interviews I've done before this have named you as like the weird superstition guy. So what does a game day look like for you then?
I usually show up like pretty early, but like 3.5 hours before. Kind of just get out of my suit and just get all my sticks ready. The sticks are probably that's where I spend the most of my time kind of getting ready. I just got to make sure all my tape jobs and everything's all perfect. If I'm not playing well, I'll switch it up and switch up the color, switch up the knob. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And I kind of have like these essential oils, and I kind of smell those before I get on the ice.
I'll say maybe like Virtue and Peach should put like something on their legs and stuff.
Which of your teammates is most likely to lock himself out of their room on a road trip?
Drew Elliott.
Sure. Definitely like Ben Boyd or Drew. Yeah, I'll say it.
Drew or Boyder, probably.
Everybody kind of knows this will probably be Boyder and Al.
Ben Boyd for sure, no question about it.
I would go with Ben Boyd and Drew Elliott just because they're roommates together.
I'd have to either go with Ben Boyd or Drew Elliott.
Last question. Colton Ellis just signed this new contract with St. Louis Blues. What's the first thing that you think Colton is going to buy with that brand spanking new contract?
Well, it's kind of become a ritual here that when somebody signs a contract that they are supposed to take the team out to Take Sushi and buy everybody sushi. I think P.O. did it before I got here, and then Nikita followed suit. Corms hasn't gotten the chance yet to do it, but I think Corms and Colton, I think those will be the first purchase they'll have to make for the boys after we get out of quarantine.
I don't know, maybe he might be treating the boys to some Take Sushi soon, so I don't know. Maybe if we get out of isolation, maybe that's what I'll splurge his money on.
I'm going one or two ways. If we're out of isolation anytime soon, he's probably going to buy the boys something to eat, I'm guessing. Or he'll buy himself something. He's either gonna like buy his parents something or himself, like a car or something like that.
Maybe like a nice set of shoes. As a big H&M guy, so probably go there and get a few things for sure.
Colton and I are huge H&M guys. Like we love, like it's not too expensive there, but 70% of the clothes he owns is H&M. So I mean, we're in work isolation right now, but he might go on the H&M site and order some clothes. That'd be my guess.
I've been asking everybody else this question, their opinions. So now we're gonna get it from the horse's mouth. What's the first thing you're gonna buy with your new contract?
Well, I'm a big fan of H&M. Maybe a couple new dress clothes, maybe some dress clothes, maybe a dress jacket. Kind of get some more style points going here.
So now I got to call you out as a veteran and as a teammate guy, because the answer so far across the board has been the first thing you're going to buy is Take Sushi for the boys once you guys are out of isolation.
Yeah, I think me and Corms are going to have to treat the boys here. I think it's pretty well expected, so we'll have to take the boys out.
There's a shot. Islanders score!
Hi, this is Sean Casey, your MP for Charlottetown. Our federal government is working hard to make sure we have your back during this epic challenge. We'll block shots and keep digging so you can reach your goals. Call for information on programs and services supporting all Charlottetown Islanders.
Call 902-566-7770 for information on how your federal government is supporting Islanders.
A new online mental health resource is now available to Islanders. It's called Bridge the Gap, and it's part service directory, part knowledge hub, and the go-to resource for mental health and substance use information and support for all ages. You can browse programs, connect with local clinicians, and find peer support anytime, anywhere. And the best part, Bridge the Gap is absolutely free to use. Visit pei.bridgethegap.ca to learn more. That's GAP with 2 P's. This ad paid for by the Government of Prince Edward Island with funding support from Canada Health Infoway.
B.D. Thomas Casey flying in there in the backhand all the way to the goal. He scored! QMJHL Friday Night Hockey is back exclusively on Eastlink Community TV. To subscribe, visit eastlink.ca.
Fair Isle Ford is proud to present Isles Radio.
Weather for Centennial Nissan. Conquer winter in the all-new 2021 Nissan Rogue, featuring intelligent all-wheel drive with 5 distinct all-wheel drive modes: Sport, Terrain, Normal, Eco, and Snow. Get excited for the award season sales event at Centennial Nissan in Charlottetown and Summerside.
When you provide quality local products for your community, they'll support you back. For over 65 years, ADL has been supporting communities on the island. ADL gives back to the community through local hockey rinks, hospitals, community events, and so much more. It's not just better for your family, it's better for PEI. ADL. Quality, local, community involved. Visit them online at adl.ca.
Island made, you can tell. It comes from a good place. ADL. ADL.
Hi, it's Sean Casey, your Member of Parliament for Charlottetown. These are trying times for all Canadians. Thank you to everyone who is doing their part to keep Prince Edward Island and Charlottetown safe. A special shout out to all healthcare and other essential workers who put themselves on the front line for us each and every day. Call my office at 902-566-7770 for information on how your federal government is supporting Islanders.
Quitting smoking is one of the hardest things you will ever do, but help is available. The PEI Smoking Cessation Program is available to support all Islanders who smoke or use other tobacco products and are ready to quit by providing nicotine replacement therapy or specific cessation medications. Now is the time to put your health first and make the first step towards quitting. Live your best life smoke-free. Visit princeedwardisland.ca/quit smoking or call the Smokers Helpline, 1-877-513-5333. Paid for by the province of PEI.
We're back with more Charlottetown Islanders Fair Isle Ford Isles Radio.
Gareth McDonald, Tim Boyce back with you live from the Scotiabank Center as we get set for puck drop here in period number 2. The Moose up 1-0 on the Islanders through 20 minutes of play. And the Mooseheads starting this period off on an abbreviated power play right now after a quick dump in for the Islanders. 18 seconds left on this man advantage as Justin Barron, or pardon me, Cam Wynot rather, coming back to pick that one up. He is on the back end with Justin Barron. He'll swing it back for his partner. And Justin Barron taking it back inside his own blue line. He'll look up the middle, was trying to hit Senna Peters with a pass. That was broken up. Wynot quickly on it, but had it stripped away by LeBlanc. And a great play defensively as Barron came back to pick off that pass. Islanders back in control, though. LeBlanc dishing off to Beauregard. He'll fire it wide, comes back toward the line, and Peters able to knock that one away. Elliot Desnoyers after it. To Peters' shot, he scores! A beauty for the Mooseheads as Senna Peters extends his goal-scoring streak to 3 straight games. What a pass.
Yeah, a little bit of sloppy play in the neutral zone there. Nobody seemed to get the handle on the puck. Finally, Halifax did, and no chance for Ellis there. That was just a beautiful pass and finish.
Yeah, Elliot Desnoyers busting in down that right wing on the backhand, and he loads up Peters for that one. And Peters, probably the purest goal scorer, purest sniper on this team, and he's not going to miss from right there.
Great job just opening up the stick blade there, going down to one knee. A little bit of a throwback Brett Hall type goal there.
Love to see it. 5 goals now on the season, and all 5 of those coming over the past 3 games for Senna Peters. Just Trudeau has it. He'll play it up the left wing for Desrousseaux. Desrousseaux launching one in, and Brady James launches it up the left wing side. Payton kind of knocked off the puck by Budgel. It's worked back up toward the right point. Over now for William Trudeau. He'll lob one toward the net. Some traffic in front. Loose puck. Big scramble there. It's knocked free. And Casey trying to hammer one toward the net from a very sharp angle down around that goal line. Stephen Davis will find it here for the Mooseheads. He'll fire it off the glass all the way back down into Islanders territory. And Colton Ellis with his arm in the air. He will call the icing on that one. And the linesman will as well. So 90 seconds into period number 2 with the Mooseheads up 2-0. We will make our way back down into Halifax territory for a faceoff. Just got another great look at that setup. Elliot Denoyer, who had such a big game on Thursday night, 5 helpers, another assist here today for him. And St. Peter's 3 goals and an assist on Thursday. Keeps the good times rolling for the Mooseheads as Sean Stewart will send it up the right wing and out to neutral ice. That'll deflect up and out of play. So another break in the action here. Shots on goal are all tied up at 13 apiece. St. Peter's with a goal in the second. Marcus Vidicek with a goal for the Moose in the first.
Yeah, great way to open the second period for Halifax. Get your young guys settled in here with another goal. Lots of confidence right now.
Peters right back on the ice here with Zach Jones and Bobby Orr. Jones will get waved out of the faceoff, so Peters will come in to replace him. Peters lining up against Patrick Gay. Gay winning that draw, but the officials will ask for a redo here. Gay will get waved out. So now LeBlanc squaring off against Peters. And Peters trying to push forward off of that faceoff. Loose puck inside the blue line. It's cleared out to neutral ice. This one rolled back down into Mooseheads territory. Robinson will have to be careful there as he tried to clear the zone with it. There was a stick in that lane. It ends up deflecting up and out of play.
Similar start to the second as the first, with the whistles getting the work out here in the early going.
Lots of stoppages, lots of breaks in the action right now. Speaking of breaks in the action, the Mooseheads will have a little time off here, some much needed time off. We heard from St. Peter's during that intermission, talked about how nice it was for the special teams to get some work in with that 11-day hiatus. It had been a pretty busy month of February for the Mooseheads. So after today, Moose don't play again until Saturday, as the Eagles and Islanders will get a little bit of bus time in this week, or I guess it will be the Eagles because there's a couple of games in Charlottetown. As Boyd with a crushing hit down behind the net. He ran over Robinson. Lucas Robinson, a pretty tough customer too, but Ben Boyd can really throw his weight around. We have seen a lot of that, and I know you have seen a lot of that in the U18 Major League over the last couple of years, as this one is punched back deep into Mooseheads territory. James will come out to stop it. Furlong now up the left wing for Elliot Denoyer. He's going to send it up ahead, and that one played down into Islanders territory. Cormier will swing it off the end boards. The Islanders breaking out of their end now. A pass up the right wing. Fired cross ice for Cormier, but that was way offside, an easy call. And we'll get another break in the action here with 17:01 left in this second period. It is a 2-0 hockey game. The Mooseheads leading. Islanders coming into this game with wins in 8 straight contests. A win here today would tie them for the second longest win streak in franchise history. That was set back in 2016-2017 as it comes over toward the corner. That was off the stick of Stephen Davis. Back up top for Trudeau. He'll lob it toward the net. Chance in front there as James made the initial stop. There was a rebound, but Mooseheads will try to clear it away as Liam Payton sends it across ice for Landon Meyer, and that pass didn't quite connect. Payton will try again, plays it up the left wing side, and cutting back toward his own blue line with it was Horvath. Over for his partner Davis up the left wing, and that's chipped in by the Mooseheads. Vidicek gives chase after it. Trudeau gets to it first. He'll work it up the left wing for Elliott, and that puck punched down into Mooseheads territory, but the Islanders did not have the red line, so it's an icing charge here to Charlottetown. 16:15 to go in the second. Mooseheads 2, Islanders nothing.
Charlottetown having a tough time getting something going offensively here right now. Halifax is really playing a patient, smart game on the defensive side of the puck a lot.
Elliot Denoyer will take that face-off. He wins it. Back to the line now for Cam Wynot. He tries to lob it rink wide. Barron pitching in to let a shot go. Stopped by Colton Ellis, and a great feed up top to Wynot. He'll put it right on, and that is stopped by Ellis. Once again, another save for the Islanders netminder, and he won't take his chances with that one. Hangs on to it. 16:01 remaining here in the second frame.
Great shot by Wynot. Great to see him back. He's got the full face shield on. I believe he must have took a skate to the face in the first period, but good to see that it isn't serious, and he's back out there.
Missed a few shifts, some quick repairs, and like you said, right back out there after missing just a few shifts alongside Justin Barron. We'll talk more about that defensive tandem coming up during our second intermission with assistant coach John Greenwood as Mooseheads win a draw back to the line for Wynot, but that puck hopped on him there, and Mooseheads were forced to tag up as Barron will skate it right back in, throws it toward the goal, and that was stopped. Now a chance is Elliot Denoyer trying to take a poke at it, but Ellis reaching down, gets the glove on it, and he will hang on to it here. So another face-off coming up down in the Islanders' end. Zach Leroux on the ice here for the Mooseheads, and after a bit of a cool stretch in February where he had just 1 assist in 6 games, he now has points in 5 straight contests, 3 goals and 8 assists since he started cooking again back on February 21st. Now Casey, he'll drop it off for DeRousseau, lets his shot go, and that is stopped by James. He will hold on to it as well for a defensive zone face-off for the Mooseheads, and James will get set for a draw to his right.
Halifax got lucky on that one there. DeRousseau took the shot. He had Budgel wide open on the weak side there, cocked and ready to take the one-timer.
That trio, they have been very productive here in this season series with the Mooseheads. You just look at the numbers that Thomas Casey has put up alone. 27 points against the Mooseheads in just 11 games. He has been a killer in this season series. As the Islanders are forced back into their end to pass up the left wing for LeBlanc. He will flip one up ahead for Peach, who tried to get it in deep, but Robinson breaks it up, and he will ice the puck. Or he'll at least send it back down into Islanders territory. So no ice in there. An outlet pass up the left wing. That was played onto the stick of Boyd. He will flip it in deep as Robinson heads after it, pokes it over there for Furlong. Up the left wing. It gets past Orr and out to center. Furlong played that one back out to neutral ice. Boyd forces it back in. Is driving toward the net. The Islanders worked that puck. McCarthy was down there looking for a rebound. Patrick Gay, he'll look to center out front for Boyd. McCarthy trying to work it back up toward the blue line. He's going to drop that one off. It's rimmed down low. Cormier from a very sharp angle. Looked like he was trying to bank that one in off of James. Hit the side of the net with it, and the Mooseheads will clear it out to center. Now a pass up the right wing for Oliver. He'll drive down to where the net pulls up, waiting for some help. He'll throw it wide. Cormier pitching in. He'll make his way toward the net, and it had it knocked off his stick there by Furlong. And the Mooseheads in transition as Alex David sends that one up ahead. Rolling puck down into the Islanders set, and it's quickly worked out by Elliott for Oliver. He'll roll it down to where the Mooseheads corner is. Jason Horvath will take a hit down there, but was able to move that puck. Back around the boards here for Horvath. He will try to work it over for his partner Robinson. That skipped over his stick. Pettin will help out. Sends it there for Robinson, but couldn't clear that one out. Gallant has it poked away, and Pettin will roll it ahead for Alex David, and just a bit of confusion, some miscommunication there between Alex David, who's able to keep it in. He'll dish off to Fust in a centering feed out front. That was broken up. Myron throws it toward the net, and Alex David off the side of the goal as he comes back toward the left point. Jason Horvath hauled down as the Islanders touch the puck. Tripping penalty coming up to Charlottetown. Moose to the PP when we come back.
Armed Forces family member of the game is Sailor First Class.
A new
Alexander
online mental
Kasiran,
health resource is now
dedicated
available
and
to
outgoing
Islanders.
member of
It's
the
called
Maritime
Bridge the
Forces
Gap,
Atlantic.
and it's part service directory, part knowledge hub, and the go-to resource for mental health and substance use information and support for all ages. You can browse programs, connect with local clinicians, and find peer support anytime, anywhere. And the best part, Bridge the Gap is absolutely free to use. Visit pei.bridgethegap.ca to learn more. That's GAP with 2 P's. This ad paid for by the Government of Prince Edward Island with funding support from Canada Health Infoway.
It's Fair Isle Ford, Charlottetown Islanders Radio.
Service. Welcome back. You're listening to Dartmouth Dodge Mooseheads Hockey on News 95.7. Gareth McDonald, Tim Boyce back with you from the Scotiabank Center here. 13-18 to go in the second. Mooseheads on a power play. Kieran Gallant to the penalty box for tripping, and Charlottetown winning the face-off. Trying to get it out. Justin Barron holds the line. It's played back toward the right point now for Desnoyers, who's covering. He'll hand off for Why Not? Back for Barron, over to Desnoyers, trying to work it down low to LaRue on the goal line, and he threw it toward the net, and it's knocked away. Comes back toward the right point. Barron couldn't keep that one in. Kind of got it caught up in his skates, and now Peters out at center. He'll play it ahead for LaRue. Nifty little move. Dropped off Peters to Barron, trying to step in with it, but he had it just kind of roll off of his stick. He'll look cross ice now. And a feed for Elliot Desnoyers, top of the right circle to Barron. Fires that right on. Pat stop. Chance in front. They score! Elliot Desnoyers, the trigger man on that one. A power play goal for the Moose. And they lead 3-0 here in the second. Some beautiful puck movement there, and just funneling lots of pucks to the net, and pays off. And again, it's Senna Peterson. Elliot Desnoyers connecting. Peters returning the favor right there after he took that fantastic feed earlier in the period from Desnoyers. What a pass from Peterson. Desnoyers, nifty little goal right there. What a snipe. Yeah, last 2 goals have been beautiful. Ellis hasn't had a chance on either of them. The Moose with a 3-0 lead over the Islanders. 12.5 minutes left. Islanders will control off the faceoff. Cormier, he'll play it up the left wing for Desrousseaux. Desrousseaux rolling a bouncing puck down toward Brady James, and the rookie will cover that one up. Holds on to it. 12:20 left here in the second. Mooseheads with goals today from Marcus Vidicek. He's got his 10th. Senna Peters has got his 5th, and his 5th in the last 3 games, I should say. And Elliot Desnoyers now with 16 goals on the season. He has points now, and I believe that is 4 straight games for him as it comes back to Cormier right on a shot, and that was punched away by the blocker of Brady James. This puck poked up ahead. Landon Myron will drive it in down the right wing side. Kind of held up there by Noah Lowen, but good work down low from Landon Myron. Vidicek will sweep it toward the line for White on a shot. He scores! Cam White gets it off quick and making a 4-0 hockey game here in the second period. Quick shot for the Mooseheads defenseman. I'm not sure if Ellis even saw this one. The whole play happening real quick there. That was quickly off the stick, and there was a great screen in front. I believe that was big Liam Payton using his body to certainly block the view of the Islanders netminder. Great second effort by Landon Myron in the corner as well to keep that play alive and get the puck to the point. A little power move as he drove in down the right wing. He forced that one in deep, and he'll pick up an assist on that one. Marcus Vidicek will get a helper as well. And with that goal, Cam Wynot now with 5 goals on the season. Elliot Desnoyers' goal coming from Senna Peters and Justin Barron a few moments ago, and now a little bit of rough stuff down inside the Islanders' blue line, and Senna Peters will want to get out of that. He is playing some great hockey right now and certainly doesn't want to spend any time in the penalty box.
11:48 to go, and it looks like the Mooseheads will pick up another power play as Sean Stewart goes to sit. And this is huge here for Halifax with this 4-0 lead. Opportunity to try to add to it with a power play that clicked so well on Thursday night, but right off this draw, get clear for the Islanders as Brady James will stop it at the side of his net. He'll play it up the left wing. Elliot Desnoyers working it down low for Cam Wynot in the Mooseheads corner. He'll poke it ahead for Sena Peters. A cross-ice pass that was out of the reach of Zach Leroux. Now Elliot Desnoyers back in his own end takes a hit, but he was able to hand it off for Wynot. He'll work it over to Justin Barron, drives it in, trying to roll one down there for Peters, but that was broken up, and the Islanders again will clear it out. 35 seconds left, or 35 seconds gone rather, in this Charlottetown power play, or Charlottetown penalty as Justin Barron skates this one back up ice. He'll throw it off the end boards for Peters, roughed up down there by Cormier. Little poke from Cormier, able to knock it loose, and now a chance short-handed for the Islanders as Cedric Desrousseaux was looking for Cormier, who jumped up into the play. Cormier centering, and that's picked off by the Moose. And Zach Leroux now will carry it back down into the Islanders' end, but he blows a tire there, and from his stomach, trying to throw it back toward the point, but nobody home, and Jordan Dumais back on it here for the Moose. The Halifax Mooseheads will gain the zone. They'll roll it down toward Ellis, and he will cover it up as we approach the midway point of period number 2. Our score, Mooseheads 4, Charlottetown nothing, with 43 seconds left in this Halifax power play.
Yeah, not a lot going on here right now for the power play or for the Mooseheads. Having a hard time gaining the zone with possession and getting things set up.
So Cam Wynot with the Mooseheads' last goal, his 5th, that came from Marcus Vidicek and Landon Meyer, as the Islanders again clear it out. 10:20 left. Jason Horvath out of his end. He's going to mishandle that one. Turned it over to Patrick LeBlanc, and LeBlanc now able to play it cross ice. Bouncing puck down toward the corner here in the Mooseheads' end. And it's gathered up by Jordan Dumais. Dumais toward the middle. That's carried in by Vidicek toward the high slot. Puts it on. Loose puck in front, and the Islanders able to clear that one out of harm's way. They'll fire it off the boards and all the way back down toward the net of James. He's able to sweep it aside for Horvath as that penalty to Stewart now over, and we are back to 5-a-side hockey with 9:40 to go in the second period. Shots on goal 23-17 in favor of the Mooseheads. Halifax leading Charlottetown 4-zip. Loose puck inside the Islanders line, and Charlottetown gathering that one up. It's sent out to neutral ice. Elliot Desnoyers will drive it in down the right wing, trying to get a shot off there. Sends it off the side of the net as he had Felix Tremblay all over him. Now William Trudeau will fire a pass up the right wing for Bailey Peach. Knocked off the puck, and Elliot Desnoyers back the other way. Had landed Myron streaking with him, but Myron perhaps just a step offside. Play with.
Buying local is now more important than ever. ADL is proudly PEI family farm owned and proud to offer you quality dairy products, especially ADL chocolate milk. Packed with 16 essential nutrients, ADL chocolate milk is delicious, nutritious, and a family favorite. While many things have changed, ADL quality dairy products have remained the same. Next time you're out shopping, is ADL chocolate milk in your grocery cart?
Island made, you can tell. It comes from a good place. ADL. ADL.
It's Fair Isle Ford, Charlottetown Islanders Radio.
Congratulations to the fan in Skybox 19. You've won a $10 gift card that can be picked up from the Moosehead shop in Scotia Square.
Stop at it. held in by the Islanders, at least briefly. That puck bouncing on Wynot as he tried to get it out. Good play by Elliot Desnoyers as he kind of blocked the passing lane and forced that puck out. He'll dump it down into Islanders territory. There's a long pass up ahead, quickly on it is Casey. He'll work it over toward DeRousseau, but a good little poke from Justin Barron as he knocked that out of harm's way. Jordan Dumais with it now for the Mooseheads. Down the right wing, lets a shot go, and Ellis gets a piece of it with the glove. Dumais trying to work it out front there for Leroy. That was broken up. Dumais back on it, fanned on his pass, and that allows Budgel to pick it up. Over for DeRousseau, and that was broken up by Stephen Davis. Now the Mooseheads rolling it back in. Noah Lowen will spin, sends it off the boards and out to center. Cole Foston knocks it down. He will punch it back in for the Moose. Plandowski gives chase, takes a hit from Pettin as he worked it around the boards for Oliver. A pass up the left wing. There Rousseau got knocked off the puck there, but Oliver will skate it back down for the Islanders as he drove it toward the slot. It was knocked away from him, and Cole Foston with it now for the Mooseheads. He's got the blue line. He'll leave it. A pass off the skate of Pettin. Nifty little drop for David. Puts it on. Pettin follows up, and a couple of stops in tight there for Colton Ellis. First on David, and then he denies Pettin on the rebound. Lob toward the net, and that was stopped by Ellis. He will cover it up and hang on to it with 7:22 to go in the second period.
When you're having a sip or drink, remember to put your mask back on. Thanks.
$7:22 to go in the second period. The Mooseheads coming into this game with just one goal against Colton Ellis in the previous 5 contests in which the Islanders' overage netminder has started. It has been a different story here today for the Mooseheads. Big offensive outburst here in the second period. 3 goals in this middle frame as the puck is bounced down the boards. That was broken up by the Islanders. Bailey Peach out at center trying to take a poke at it, but knocked away from him, and Landon Myron will force it back in for the Moose as Ellis comes out to send it up the wall. The board sealed, and Tremblay now will try again for Charlottetown. A pass up the right wing. It's worked toward the middle, and that's going to be launched into Mooseheads territory. LeBlanc heading after it, had it knocked away from him. Now the Mooseheads in control as Vidicek slides it ahead for Payton. He'll pull up, try to work it cross ice there, and Tremblay got into that passing lane. The Islanders will look to break out now in transition. A pass up the left wing. LeBlanc makes his way in, fired a shot, and that was knocked wide. Back to Cormier. He'll launch one toward the net, and it's gloved by James, who will hang on to it with 6:27 left in the second period.
Video scoreboard
of the Mooseheads. Zach Beauregard will take the draw for Charlottetown. Beauregard lining up against Zach Jones. Jones winning that one for the Moose. It's played off the end boards for Horvath. He will bounce it out, or for Peters. He'll pull up over for Jones. Jones after it down in the corner. He's got it. He'll take a little whack there from Elliott. Back to Horvath. A shot, a chance, and a stop by Ellis as he extends that left pad. Played back over to Horvath, and he'll hammer it wide of the net. Loose puck now. The Islanders on it. Gallant handing that one off, and it's going to be cleared out. Elliott, short pass there for Beauregard. Beauregard battling with Davis, and Beauregard tripped up. The late penalty coming up here. Ellis makes his way toward the bench in favor of the extra attacker, and a little poke in that passing lane is going to result in the whistle. Did you perhaps see an Islander get out a little too early and into the play there? I don't know. Linesman looked to be...
Now it's time to reveal today's winner. Congratulations to the fan. Seated in Section 25, Row R, Seat 10. You're the lucky winner of a signed Mooseheads puck. Save your ticket and bring it to the Moosehead shop in Scotia Square before the next game to claim your prize. If you haven't checked in yet, it's not too late. We have trivia coming up in the second intermission. So download the CHL app, check in, and follow the on-screen prompts.
Back with you here from the Scotiabank Center. 5:46 to go in the second period. Stephen Davis to the Mooseheads penalty box. There is no penalty to the Islanders. They've got a power play. Cormier will snap a shot, and that was deflected wide. Moose with a 4-0 lead over the Islanders. Puck will hop on Cormier at the blue line, and he wasn't able to settle it down over there. So we have an offside call, and this face-off will move just outside the Mooseheads blue line.
Important penalty kill here for the Mooseheads. You don't want to give Charlottetown any kind of life here at the end of the period with full period left to play.
Shots on goal 27-19 in favor of the Mooseheads. Budgel lining up there to take that face off, and that was won by the Mooseheads' Elliot Desnoyers. Islanders on it at their own blue line, carried up ahead here by DeRusso. He'll work it over there for Budgel. Moose trying to get it out, and Cormier holds the line. He'll work it over rink wide. Now a pass cross ice. It'll find no Allowan here at the left point. Allowan stepping in. Allowan along the goal line. Up top to Cormier. He'll fire one right on. Pad stop. Back to Cormier. Cormier dishing off. A sharp angle and a big save by Brady James as he shuts the door tight.
Great stretch there by James to make the save. Nice display of skill there by DeRusso, picking that clearing attempt right out of midair and prolonging the power play there for the Islanders.
Brady James dialed in for the Mooseheads in this one. He's made some big stops here today, especially back in the first period. We saw some great goaltending in that opening frame at both ends of the rink. Ellis came up massive for the Islanders a couple of times, as well as Patrick Gay has the top of the left circle. He'll play it toward the blue line for Trudeau. Over to Patrick Gay, lets a shot go. That was blocked by Furlan. Plandowski on it now. He'll work it toward the point for Trudeau. Back to Plandowski. Thrown toward the net. A chance in front. Couple of stops and a shot. They score. On the rebound, Patrick Gay will launch it on net, and he'll beat Brady James on the power play, and he brings the Islanders within 3 here late in the second period.
James did everything he could to keep that puck out of the net. He was stretching from post to post, made a couple saves. Mooseheads just couldn't find the puck to clear the rebound, and it ended up in the back of the net.
Patrick Gay there following up. He's going to pot his 8th goal of the season, and we said he's going to make it a 4-1 hockey game here at the Scotiabank Center. Patrick Gay coming over from the Sherbrooke Phoenix during the trade period. Player that Jim Holton was very high on back during the 2018 draft. And if Lucas Cormier wasn't on the board, we heard that Gay could have been an Islander way back then. Cole Foston, he'll carry it up and toward the red line, sends it off the boards down into Islanders territory. Trudeau on it here for Charlottetown. He'll wind up. Takes it for a skate now, sends it up the right wing. Islanders bust in. McCarthy lets a shot go. He scores. Busting up ice, Brendan McCarthy, and he'll whistle one past James from the slot. And just like that, the Islanders making things interesting late here in period number 2.
Yeah, talked about it right before the power play. You don't want to give Charlottetown any kind of life, and they've kind of built off that first goal, and now they've got their second, and we've got ourselves a hockey game again.
4 goals now on the season for McCarthy as he took a nice little feed there just inside the line from Oscar Plandowski. Distributed that puck well, and things getting a little interesting here. It looked like Moose could run away with this one, but the team, hottest team, top team in the queue, like you said, Tim, you don't want to give them any life, and right now they have certainly got plenty of that. This one too close for comfort right now as the Islanders will try to work it down toward the net, and a little poke in tight on Brady James as he makes the stop right there. But Cedric Desrousseaux was streaking in, and you know that he's dangerous whenever he's on the ice.
Halifax needs a strong pushback shift here before the end of the period. Need to get out of this period and keeping this 2-goal lead.
Yeah, Budgel and Cedric Desrousseaux pressing right there. And talked about Thomas Casey's numbers a little earlier on. 27 of his 54 points this year coming against the Mooseheads. 26 for Desrousseaux in this season series as Casey has it down in the corner. He'll drop it off for Brett Budgel. Budgel trying to protect that puck as takes a little bump there from Justin Barron. Islanders keep this one in as Desrousseaux dishing off to Budgel, trying to throw it toward the front of the net. Elliot Desnoyers on it, up the boards. Zach Leroux will clear it out to neutral ice. Lowen spinning with it, pounds that right back in. James will stop it behind the net. He'll drop it off there for Cam Wynot, who got a little nicked up back in the early going of this hockey game. He's wearing that full cage right now. Full mask on for the sophomore blue liner as it's going to be swept down into Islanders territory by Zach Leroux. And Ellis kind of mishandling that one back behind the net as the Islanders will look to bust in. Cormier over for Bailey Peach. He gets poked at by Furlong. Robinson tripped up. Peach on the puck. He'll throw it out for Gay's shot, and that's stopped by James. A little over 2.5 minutes to go here. A different looking Islanders team right now. They're hungry. They want another one as Zach Jones trying to knock it away from Gay. He poked it back behind the net. Furlong will send it up the boards. Line held there by the Islanders. A pass cross ice. That was intended for Lowen. That was broken up, and the Moose able to force it out as Jones diving after it, trying to knock it over for Sena Peters. Peters throwing his weight around down there in the Islanders' end, and Charlottetown will send it down toward James. He knocked it aside for Horvath. Quick pass up ahead for Jones. Takes a hit to make the play for Sena Peters. He was banged up. He's in some distress over there, but he's right back up on his skates. Delayed penalty coming up. Leroux in the corner. He'll play it down toward the right point. Cross ice for Davis. Lets his shot go. Puck is loose. And the Islanders able to touch up now as we have got a penalty coming up here to Charlottetown. And
day, every week, every year. Because trust isn't given, it's earned. Canada's most reliable network is Canada's most trusted network.
He got Zach Jones in a pretty vulnerable spot.
Yeah, Sean Stewart, physical player, just caught him a little bit on the numbers there. And if I'm Halifax, I want to put a puck in the net here before the end of the period here. Restore that 3-goal lead.
A great opportunity right now. 1:45 to go in this period. Moose on the power play. They'll win this face-off. Over to Justin Barrett, stepping in a shot. Ellis got a piece of that one. Gallant now on it for the Islanders. He'll carry it up ice. Cuts, lets a shot go. That was blocked by Barron. Peters will pick it up. Plays it up the left wing side for Zach Leroux, and the linesman roughed up right there. After Leroux got knocked into him, Elliot Desnoyers keeping this one in. It comes back for Wynot, lets a shot go. Little redirect there. Bouncing puck as Peters knocked it out of midair, but it never made it on, and the Islanders will launch it out as James comes out to stop it. Leaves it for Wynot. Wynot playing it out to neutral ice for Leroux. He got bumped off the puck. And Patrick Gay now looking for Cormier. That was broken up by Wynot. Played ahead for Peters. He'll come in down the right wing. Looks cross ice. Good little idea right there, but Elliot Desnoyers unable to corral that pass. And again, taken back the other way for Cormier. To Patrick Gay, lets a shot go, and Horvath got a little piece of that as he tried to get in that shooting lane. It's shoveled out to neutral ice. Lowen will float one back down into Mooseheads territory. A good penalty kill right now for the Islanders. 27 seconds remaining in this second period. The Mooseheads leading 4-2. Trudeau, he'll fire it out for Charlottetown as Horvath's back on it. Horvath around his net. He'll gather up some speed out through center. A pass up the right wing for Orr. Orr driving in, puts a shot on from a sharp angle. Ellis makes the stop on that one. Islanders trying to get it out. Beauregard will Send it back down behind his net. Loose puck there, and that will do it. After 40 minutes of play, the Mooseheads leading the Charlottetown Islanders 4-2. Tim, certainly a lot of pushback in the late going to that second period from the Islanders.
Yeah, last 5 minutes are certainly a different hockey team. They were playing more aggressively and controlling much of the play. I think we're in.
News 95.7. Halifax's #1 radio station. For breaking news,
Isles Radio is proudly brought to you by Domino's, Hunter's Ale House, The Factory Downtown, ADL, and Centennial Auto Group.
Your Charlottetown Islanders want you back in the building, so they've partnered with Century 21 Colonial Realty to offer fan cutouts. Buy your fan cutout for $30 and you're automatically entered into the virtual Fan of the Game contest. Every home game gets you a chance to win great prizes from the Isles Team Shop and the grand prize of a 2021-2022 season ticket. Get details at charlottetown-islanders.com. Tune in or catch the next Islanders game at one of their viewing partner locations. They're home to Cape Breton this Tuesday and Wednesday.
By all means, go ahead and compare Lincoln to the competition. You may be surprised to see how our luxury SUVs stack up. With our calm interiors, suite of standard driver assist technologies, and pickup and delivery service, Lincoln brings you thoughtful experiences and comfort in the extreme. Schedule your discovery drive and compare Lincoln today. We're confident you'll be extremely glad that you did. For details, visit fairislelincoln.ca.
Hey, you! What are you doing with my clipboard? Look, Coach, who I am isn't important, but your game plan is. See, you got armchair athletes here, and you got exercisers out there, and they're all making the most of winter. Some eat at home, some want to eat out watching the big game, and Hunter's Corner has winning plays for all of them. You're right. Hunter's Corner is a winning choice for all sports enthusiasts. There's always specials on when you're there to watch the game, or you can go online or use their app to pre-order food and beer for home delivery or curbside pickup. This winter, it's game on at Hunter's Corner.
"2020 is like a giant game of shinny. Whether your goal is the big leagues or just staying on your feet, we're all in this 2020 game together. None of us know which way our stick is going to be thrown, and all we can do is play within the rules, be safe, and bring our A game in 2020.
This message brought to you from Sean Casey, MP for Charlottetown, who is here to help.
This island, it's a place of new discoveries that's been waiting here for you. In every breath of wind and grain of sand, one island voice speaks through. This is a land of adventures, big and small, and quiet moments to wonder at the beauty of it all. This place, this island, it's for you and for me. This place, this island, it's where your spirit can be free. Come find your island. Prince Edward Island.
Buying local is now more important than ever. ADL is proudly PEI family farm owned and proud to offer you quality dairy products, especially ADL chocolate milk. Packed with 16 essential nutrients, ADL chocolate milk is delicious, nutritious, and a family favorite. While many things have changed, ADL quality dairy products have remained the same. Next time you're out shopping, is ADL chocolate milk in your grocery cart?
Island made, you can tell. It comes from a good place. ADL. ADL.
Introducing the new EastLink TV experience. Now with TiVo, get voice command,
watch Jesse,
personalized recos, and all the content you love in one place. Spend less time searching and more time watching. That's the EastLink Edge.
It's Fair Isle Ford, Charlottetown Islanders Radio. Isles Radio is proudly brought to you by Domino's, Hunter's Ale House, The Factory Downtown, ADL, and Centennial Auto Group.
Peter Norton from Norton's Jewelers here. Myself, my son Craig, and our team are proud to be your local neighborhood jewelers. As people who are born and raised on the island, we know the importance of local. We shop local, eat local, and give locally. We encourage you to do the same and continue to support your community by connecting and buying from local business owners like myself and others. We're happy Norton's Jewelers is open, and we look forward to seeing you to help you add another chapter to your love story with the perfect piece of jewelry.
Norton's Jewelers.
There's a shot. Islanders score.
Hi, this is Sean Casey, your MP for Charlottetown. Our federal government is working hard to make sure we have your back during this epic challenge. We'll block shots and keep digging so you can reach your goals. Call for information on programs and services supporting all Charlottetown Islanders.
Call 902-566-7770 for information on how your federal government is supporting Islanders.
Welcome to this edition of Inside the Isles. Maiden Northcott with you as always, joined by Islanders assistant captain, third year with the team, big defenseman on the point, number 6, Noah Lau. And Noah, thanks for taking a few minutes here.
Perfect. Yeah, it's awesome to be here.
Now, looking at this season, we're just kind of getting back into the swing of things now when we're recording this. It's the day before our first game of 2021. Looking back in 2020, they played 18 games so far. How are you feeling about your season? You've been off to a rocket hot start yourself, statistically, but also the team as a whole.
Yeah, for sure. No, I think personally I'm happy with where my game's at in the first half, and same with the team. I mean, when you get off to the start that we have as a team and we're playing as well as we have, it's easy to have personal success, and team success is obviously the most important, but it's easy to combine those two things together, I think.
Yeah, this season, I mentioned at the top, assistant captain with the club right now. Your first season wearing a letter. How has it felt moving into a little bit more of a leadership role now? You're one of the veterans on the team.
Yeah, no, for sure. Obviously, it's something I take pride in. Obviously, being a leader, and I've been in the league for 4 years now. I think, fourth year. So obviously, I've been through it a little bit and helping out the younger guys as much as possible. So it's a big honor for me and something I take a lot of pride in. And I'm really glad that I get to do it here in Charlottetown.
You mentioned the guys in the locker room. There's a few more guys here now that we talk about. Guys you've already met: Bailey Peach, Sean Stewart, and two guys who are still in isolation at the time of this recording, Patrick Gay and Braden Virtue. Why don't you quickly talk about those trades and what that means for the locker room? What was kind of the sense when yourself and some of your teammates heard about some of the acquisitions that were made?
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, I think when you say goodbye to two guys like Justin Gill and Anthony Hamel, it's a little tough at first. They're really good teammates and friends to everybody in that locker room. But those are guys you'll keep in contact with and down the road and always be friends with. But I think what the staff did, bringing in Bailey and Sean and Patrick and Braden, I think will go a long way for our team. Bailey and Pat both have a lot of skill and talent on the forward side, and I think they'll bring lots of goal scoring to us. And Virtue and Stewart are two guys that are tough to play against, and I think will provide a lot of depth back there in the defense and make us a real pain to play against.
One thing that has really changed about yourself anyways is the luscious locks here. Like, what is going on with this hair? I got to take a sidebar here from the hockey questions and ask what's going on with the hair. Like, where did this come from? I've known you'd always have the little short mane, and now you got these flowing locks here.
Yeah, I mean, when I was younger, I used to try and grow it out, but I couldn't get it as nice as I think I have it now. But yeah, usually with the short hair, but just with COVID and everything this year, it's just kind of been something that I run with a little bit and see how it goes. I definitely think I might be due for one soon here.
I don't know, man. If you keep growing it out, you could end up with look at some of the guys. You look at Brandon Tanev in the NHL. Some of the hair right now out there, you're on your way, I think.
Yeah.
All right, looking back at minor hockey for a second, because in all the times that you've been here in Charlottetown, I don't think you and I have ever really talked about what it meant to, growing up in hockey. Who are some of those influences for you, both growing up in minor hockey, whether it be coaches or parents or volunteers? Was there anybody that kind of stands out to you above and beyond all else?
Well, obviously my parents are a huge influence for me. They've supported me all the way through my career, and my dad, growing up, he was actually a scout with the Rocket at the time, and the first year at Charlottetown, and then he moved on to Baie-Comeau. But it's kind of cool to follow kind of in his footsteps. He started with this organization. Now it's my turn to kind of be in here. In terms of coaches, I think one coach that stands out for me would be Kevin Mitchell. He's a pretty well-known name around Nova Scotia, probably around the Maritimes, and even probably in Hockey Canada. I had him for a couple of years in Pee Wee and Bantam, and I think I learned a lot from him, and he taught all the players that played for him a lot. So I think those people are two people that definitely had big influences in my career, and people I learned a lot from and helped me get where I am today.
You talk about that full circle kind of moment where your dad starts with the organization, going back to, like you said, the PEI Rocket, and being here in the first year of the Charlottetown Islanders, and now you're part of the team as well. Overall, looking at your time here in Charlottetown, to this point, because obviously there's still so much more left to go. How would you say you've enjoyed your time here in Charlottetown?
I love it. I mean, I think everybody here that plays here really enjoys it. I think our staff with, the coaches, they're amazing, top notch, and I mean, there's not much more you can say about how amazing Kevin Spide are. So the staff as a whole, and then just the city. I think the city is amazing. It's a close-knit community. There's all kinds of hidden gems around here, and PEI is a beautiful spot, so I definitely, I've enjoyed it a lot here, and I definitely think it'll be a spot that I come back to a lot in the future.
Now, looking in the future, as I said off the top, time of recording this is the day before the first game of 2021. What would you say your goals are for not only yourself, but for your teammates for the second half of the season?
Yeah, I think personally, just kind of continuing the success that I had in the first half. Like I said, I was really happy with how my game was in the first half, and I think just continue to build on that and excel at the best level that I can. I think all the guys around me are going to give that opportunity. And then I think in terms of group play, I think the group in there has a lot of high expectations for ourselves, right from the staff to the players. There's a lot of excitement around the group we have here, and I think we're going to be competitive, and obviously the goal is to win a championship whenever that may be, but I think we all have a lot of faith in the group that we have here, and I think that's something that we all believe we can achieve.
Well, I think whenever that may be is probably the perfect answer for it, but I do believe personally it's a matter of when and not if. So Noah, thanks for taking a few minutes here to chat, and best of luck in the second half here.
Perfect, thank you.
All right, that was Inside the Isles with Noah Lowen, and I'm Aiden Northcott with you as always.
A new online mental health resource is now available to Islanders. It's called Bridge the Gap, and it's part service directory, part knowledge hub, and the go-to resource for mental health and substance use information and support for all ages. You can browse programs, connect with local clinicians, and find peer support anytime, anywhere. And the best part, Bridge the Gap is absolutely free to use. Visit pei.bridgethegap.ca to learn more. That's GAP with 2 P's. This ad paid for by the Government of Prince Edward Island with funding support from Canada Health Infoway.
Thomas Casey flying in there in the backhand all the way to the goal. He scores! QMJHL Friday Night Hockey is back exclusively on Eastlink Community TV. To subscribe, visit eastlink.ca.
Fair Isle Ford is proud to present Isles Radio.
Weather for Centennial Nissan. Conquer winter in the all-new 2021 Nissan Rogue, featuring intelligent all-wheel drive with 5 distinct all-wheel drive modes: Sport, Terrain, Normal, Eco, and Snow. Get excited for the award season sales event at Centennial Nissan in Charlottetown and Summerside.
When you provide quality local products for your community, they'll support you back. For over 65 years, ADL has been supporting communities on the island. ADL gives back to the community through local hockey rinks, hospitals, community events, and so much more. It's not just better for your family, it's better for PEI. ADL. Quality, local, community involved. Visit them online at adl.ca.
Island made, you can tell. It comes from a good place. ADL. ADL.
Hi, it's Sean Casey, your Member of Parliament for Charlottetown. These are trying times for all Canadians. Thank you to everyone who is doing their part to keep Prince Edward Island and Charlottetown safe. A special shout out to all healthcare and other essential workers who put themselves on the front line for us each and every day. Call my office at 902-566-7770 for information on how your federal government is supporting Islanders.
Quitting smoking is one of the hardest things you will ever do, but help is available. The PEI Smoking Cessation Program is available to support all Islanders who smoke or use other tobacco products and are ready to quit by providing nicotine replacement therapy or specific cessation medications. Now is the time to put your health first and make the first step towards quitting. Live your best life smoke-free. Visit princeedwardisland.ca/quitsmoking or call the Smokers Helpline, 1-877-513-5333. Paid for by the province of PEI.
We're back with more Charlottetown Islanders Fair Isle Ford Isles Radio.
Islanders 4-2. They were up 4-0 at one point, but some pushback there in the final 5 minutes. The Islanders getting a pair of goals just 31 seconds apart, and they'll fire this puck the length of the ice. And that will pretty much do it on this Charlottetown power play as Justin Barron, he'll wind up and play it off the boards to himself down in the Islanders end, trying to get the backhander off, and that was partially blocked. Sean Stewart taking a little run at him as he was out of the box, and now Barron, good hustle to get back there and throwing his weight around out at neutral ice. Doing so on Kieran Gallant, who's not an easy guy to catch up to, but the good wheels of Justin Barron on display right there. Now Drew Elliott, he'll carry it in down the right wing, took a pass, but that is an offside call as we get a whistle and a break in the action just 44 seconds in to this final period. Shots on goal are 29-29 apiece. Looks like a few shots went up on the Mooseheads side of things late in that second period. So they, turns out they actually outshot Charlottetown 17-16. I think the shots at one point were about 14-4 in favor of the Mooseheads. But as we said, a late pushback. As Cedric Desrousseaux will drive this one in. He's got it down behind the net. He'll drop it off. Casey tried to center out front for Budge. He'll let his stick lift it. And now LaRue back the other way for Halifax, but closing on him quickly and knocking it away was Cormier as the Islanders will attack up ice. Budge will try to work it toward the front of the net, and they score. Cedric Desrousseaux able to chip that one up and over Brady James from a pretty difficult angle right there as he made his way toward the net, and he gets it up and over the Mooseheads netminder, and a one-goal hockey game.
Talked about that first 5 minutes of the third. You know, Charlottetown was pressing at the end of the second, and if you're Halifax, you want to come out and try and play as much as you can in their end. But Charlottetown's come out with some jump again, and their top line cashes in early here, and you know, Halifax has got to respond here. Can't be gripping the sticks here. There's a lot of time left to play here. Got to get back to playing hockey.
Desrousseaux from right along the goal line there. He's going to pot his 32nd. Looked like he was just able to kind of bank it off the back of James up and into the upper portion of the Mooseheads net as Bailey Peach will play it down toward the corner. It's a 4-3 hockey game. Lots of pushback here from the Islanders. Mooseheads again leading 4-0 at 1 point late in the second. Now Drew Elliott trying to put in some work down here in the Mooseheads end. It's played back toward the line. That was held in by Stewart. He'll fire it back in deep, and now stepping out was Peach with it. Let a shot go and hit a body. Back to Peach, a shot. It's off the post. James sprawling, and it rolls across the goal line. The Islanders score after a wild scramble down around the Mooseheads net. And eventually that puck will make its way over, and the Islanders have come all the way back here to tie this one early in the third period.
Some good puck movement again, and James has been pretty tidy with his rebounds today. Just couldn't hold on to that one, and it was a big scramble in front. Lots of sticks in front of the net, and Charlottetown was able to cash in.
That one just gets swept over. Initially, James getting a piece of it, got a little bit of help there from the post in behind him, but that puck just kind of bouncing around down in the blue paint, and it looks like it'll be Drew Elliott's goal. So Elliott tying this one up with his 6th of the season, and I think they may have had a quick look perhaps upstairs, but that one will stand, and it is a 4-4 hockey game. Not even 2 minutes into this third period. That is 4 goals now for the Islanders in less than 7 minutes of action. Gallant will play it down with the Mooseheads corner, and now a shot from a sharp angle. And that was turned away. Comes back toward the line for Gallant. He'll force a turnover there. And LeBlanc, he'll slide it up top for Trudeau. Trudeau trying to lob it down on net, and James will make the stop. And we get a whistle. 17:35 to go in the third, and it is a 4-4 hockey game here at the Scotiabank Center.
Charlottetown's that type of team, they're a veteran team with a lot of skill. They can turn it on pretty quick, and I think when you're playing a team like this, it's that dangerous. You gotta be ready to start periods. And obviously, Charlottetown was ready to go this period.
The goals coming in bunches right now for the Islanders. Patrick Gay and Brendan McCarthy scoring 31 seconds apart. Back in the late going to the second period, and then Cedric Desrousseaux with his 32nd from Brett Budgell and Thomas Casey, a minute 12 in. And then just about 44 seconds later, it's Drew Elliott from Patrick Gay and Bailey Peach. Puck played out to neutralize. Kyle Pettin was tangled up there with McCarthy. And Ben Boyd, the collision out at center as McCarthy is going to play it back down into Mooseheads territory. A centering feed out front that finds its way to Cormier. He put one on and turned aside by James. Horvath after it for the Mooseheads. He'll try to fire that one up and off the glass and out, but that one will clear the glass. And that went straight out, so that is a delay of game call to Jason Horvath, and he's not going to like that one very much.
I got to tell you, I've been really impressed with Charlottetown's fourth line tonight. They've had a lot of jump. Ben Boyd has been all over the ice. They've got a goal. They just created a power play here for their team. They've done some good work here tonight.
And that is one, though, that I think Horvath would want back, as Mooseheads will win the draw, trying to get it out, and it looks like it'll bounce off a body and out of play there. So another face-off down in the Mooseheads end. 7 seconds gone on that delay of game penalty to Halifax's Jason Horvath. 16:54 to go in the third. Islanders and Mooseheads tied up at 4. Islanders out shooting the Moose right now, 34-29. And Charlottetown with the face-off win over for Desrousseaux, and he hammered one right there. And Liam Payton a little shaken up. I'm not sure if that was the follow-through or the puck may be coming up, and looked like it caught him up high. And he'll lay a cross-check there, and Budgell knocked him over as the Moose will fire it down into Islanders territory. And Vidicek trying to pressure Cormier. He'll skate it up ice, approach the Mooseheads blue line, swung it back for Lau, and now it's played over on the left wing side for Brett Budgell. Budgell had it stripped away from him, and the Mooseheads will clear it out as Leroux and Cormier tangled down here in the Charlottetown end. Lucas Cormier, top scoring defenseman in the queue, hands that one off to the Q's leading scorer in Cedric Desrousseaux, but he had it knocked off of his stick, and Lucas Robinson able to clear the zone for the Moose. 55 seconds left on this Charlottetown power play. 15:53 to go in the third period. All knotted up at 4. Cedric Desrousseaux, he has got the Halifax blue line. The Moose tried to clear it out. That hit a body, and on it is Patrick Gay, who got the scoring goal. He tossed in front, and a good stick right there by Lucas Robinson, who I think just saved the goal for Halifax. Now Orr throwing his weight around down in the Islanders' end. It's sent rink wide for Plandowski to Beauregard. He'll drop it off there for Plandowski, who reached for it and tried to force it down toward the corner, but the puck cleared away by Cam Wynot. Time ticking down now, just 12 seconds left on this Islanders man advantage as Trudeau will take it for a skate up ice, and he's leveled by Justin Barron. A huge hit. But he's right back up on his skates. He'll try to work it toward the front, and a big stop. The pad save from Brady James as he got that left leg down. Islanders will put it right back into the Mooseheads' end. We are back to five-a-side hockey as Barron trying to spring Dumais. He'll come in down the right wing, pulls up, absorbs some contact there, try to dish it off, but broken up by the Islanders. Now in transition, Charlottetown will attack up ice. It's carried in by Patrick Gay. He'll take a hit down there from Jake Furlong, knocked him off the puck, and Robinson, short pass for Leroux. He'll shovel it out to neutral ice. McCarthy sliding it over now to Tremblay. And the Mooseheads break it up out at center. Leroux for Dumais. It's carried in offside. 14:16 to go in the third period. All tied up at 4 at the Scotiabank Center. We'll get a whistle and a break in the action. Looks like this face-off will be just down in front, rather just outside the Islanders' blue line, down around the penalty box area on the other side. That might be down in front of the Islanders' bench, but it is not. Get a face-off here. Alex David out to take that try. The Islanders win it. Noah Lowen, who was a game-time decision here today. He'll work it in off the stick of McCarthy down into Mooseheads territory. Furlong with the pass for Alex David. He got roughed up, knocked off the puck by Big Ben Boyd, and that one will roll in toward James, who covers it up. 13:57 to go. Welcome back. You're listening to Dartmouth Dodge Mooseheads Hockey on News 95.7. Gareth McDonald, Tim Boyce back with you live from the Scotiabank Center here in downtown Halifax. Face-off will be down in the Mooseheads, and this one will be to Brady James left. Elliot Desnoyers will line up against Brett Budgel. Desnoyers able to knock that one back for Cam Wynot. He will fire it off the boards up the left wing for Zach Leroux. Wasn't quite able to settle down that pass. Desnoyers playing it back into his own end now for Wynot. Over for Barron, bouncing puck there. That was knocked away. Thomas Casey down the left wing. He'll hammer a hard drive right in on James, who makes the stop of the Mooseheads. Clear it out to center. Over now for Casey down the right wing. He'll flip it wide of the Mooseheads net. Desrousseaux able to poke it over for Casey. Threw it toward the slot, and that is missed its mark, and Dume back up ice now for the Herd. He's got Barron with him, trying to get that shot off. Barron all tied up with Cormier as it's worked out front, and a big stop by Ellis. Ellis with a big save in tight as Zach Leroux had a fantastic opportunity right there to try to put the Mooseheads back up on top in this one. Down here in the Mooseheads end, Halifax looking to break out a pass off a stick and out to center. It's going to be forced back in by Peach. Horvath will take it back down behind the Mooseheads net. Rolling puck comes back to the line. Trudeau got that off quickly. Snapped it wide. Landon Myron rolls it up ahead here for Liam Payton. He'll head after it. Myron in there as well as Ellis works it up the left wing side rather for Elliott. It's off a stick, and now the Islanders looking to attack back the other way, but broken up, knocked away by Peach. And Payton will fire it rink wide as Landon Myron gathers it up, forced it toward the net, and Vidicek not able to get there in time as he'll play it back toward the left point, and that eludes Jake Furlong. Furlong tracking back after it in his own end. Upper Tantallon native takes it back down behind his net. Registered his first career Q League goal on Thursday as Orr will take it for a skate. Snaps it way wide. Robinson trying to force it down toward the corner. A little battle down there ensues as Tremblay working to kind of freeze it up. Mooseheads knocking it loose. This puck will roll back toward the left point. It will get past Furlong, and Robinson now back inside his own blue line. He'll flip it up the right wing boards. That was out of the reach of Senna Peters. And now it's going to be dumped in by Kieran Gallant. Brady James working it up the right wing for Jones. Jones slides it up the right wing side as Moose will turn it over. Patrick LeBlanc, he'll let a shot go. It was blockered away by James. Comes back toward the line for Cormier, and he had it poked off of his stick by Senna Peters, and Peters will head off on a line change as Lowen dishes off for his partner Cormier, and he'll play it up the left wing side. Stripped away there by Pettin, but we have an offside call at the Islanders' blue line as we approach the midway point of this final period. 10:56 to go. So I'll knot it up at 4.
Yeah, it seems like Halifax is content here to continue to match lines. Fourth line versus fourth line here. I'm wondering at some point maybe they take a gamble here and throw their first line out here against the line of McCarthy, Boyd.
And off of this face-off, Boyd comes away with it. He's going to dump that one in, and James will come out of his net to stop it. It's sent up the left wing. Got past Boston. Lowen lets a shot go. Davis blocked it. Cormier on it now. He'll hammer one toward the net. And that was stopped by Brady James. And he will hang on to it here. So another defensive zone draw coming up for the Mooseheads. And it's the big boys making their way out now for the Islanders for this offensive zone draw. Brett Budgell flanked by Thomas Casey and Cedric Desrousseaux. Budgell between the two top scorers in the queue.
Yep, big shift here for Halifax. Again, I think Charlottetown's fourth line's been doing some good work setting the table for these guys playing in the offensive zone.
Good win there for Desnoyers, and it's going to be flipped out by Baron Leroux with a crafty little pass for Jordan Dumais, but that was knocked off of his stick and now cleared back up ice. Casey turns on the Jets to get after it, but why not able to break it up for the Moose? And now it's Barron's turn as he'll make his way up ice. Works it around the boards for Elliot Desnoyers along the half wall on the right side. Trying to swing it back down toward the corner, and that was broken up by Budgell. Budgell from his knees dishes off to Plantowski. Plantowski over his own blue line. He'll roll a soft one down into Mooseheads territory. And Cam Wynot jams on the brakes. Back down behind the Mooseheads net. The Islanders firing plenty of rubber here in this period. They're out shooting the Mooseheads 11-1 in this final frame. Quite a little shift in our storyline in this one. The Mooseheads leading at 1 point, 4-0, but we are all tied up at 4. Charlottetown will look to break out. Drew Elliott, he will swing it rink wide. Davis was after it, couldn't get it out though, and a little rink wide feed there. That was intended for Patrick Gay, just broken up by a stick as The Mooseheads will try to get it out of the zone. Poked at by Stewart. He'll keep it in. Gay trying to throw it toward the net. That was blocked. And now Peach back toward the line for Tremblay. Bouncing puck on him. He gets poked at by Vidicek. It's sent down toward the left corner. And Gay quickly on it. Takes a hit. Got knocked over by Davis. But it's dished off to Cormier off the bench. Lets a shot go. The stick of Payton exploding. But James able to cover it up.
Hey, you! What are you doing with my clipboard? Look, Coach, who I am isn't important, but your game plan is. See, you got armchair athletes here, and you got exercisers out there, and they're all making the most of winter. Some eat at home, some want to eat out watching the big game. And Hunter's Corner has winning plays for all of them.
You're right. Hunter's Corner is a winning choice for all sports enthusiasts.
There's always specials on when you're there to watch the game, or you can go online or use their app to pre-order food and beer for home delivery or curbside pickup. This winter, it's game on at Hunter's Corner.
We can help you balance both.
It's Fair Isle 4, Charlottetown Islanders Radio.
Advice Plus, only from Scotiabank. You are ahead by a century.
Welcome back. You're listening to Dartmouth Dodge Mooseheads Hockey on News 95.7. Gareth McDonald, Tim Boyce back with you live from Scotiabank Center. 8:59 to play in this one, a 4-4 hockey game. As always, big hello to our buddy Brent DeBourne listening along in Moncton. And this faceoff won by the Islanders. Lowen will play it down toward the corner. A little battle ensues down here as Orr tries to get it out. That was kept in at the right point by Lowen. Loose puck. Peters is after it. Got tripped up there. He fell hard, but Furlong able to send it off the wall and out. Cormier quickly closing on it. And now Lowen will look to skate it in. Good pass there to LeBlanc. Lets his shot go, and that one will sail up and over the net as the Mooseheads look to break out with some speed now. Zach Jones, he pulls up just inside the blue line, but we have got an offside call as Jones kind of slowed the tempo down right at that line, and that results in an offside.
Charlottetown is extremely tough to play against right now. They're bottling Halifax up a lot in the neutral zone here. If I'm Halifax, I think we need to just put some pucks in behind their defensemen and start going to retrieve them. Pucks in deep, as Ken Reed likes to say.
Pucks in deep indeed. Face-off win for the Islanders. Back into their own end now. Oscar Plandowski with a outlet feed up ahead, and Horvath with a good bump on McCarthy down in front of the Mooseheads bench. Played off the boards for Alex David. He will try to hand off now for Foston. Nice feed for Horvath. Horvath will roll it in, and Plandowski on it for the Islanders. Trudeau will float one out to neutralize. Now Kyle Patton on it here for the Mooseheads, trying to dump it down into Charlottetown Islanders territory. It's worked up the right wing side for McCarthy. He tried to slow up to avoid the check of Foston. Now that puck flipped down into the Mooseheads end, and Horvath will head after it here with 7.5 left in this final period of hockey. Leroux on it for the Moose. Ahead now for Elliot Desnoyers, who got another multi-point game. Points in 5 straight for Elliot Desnoyers as Leroux is on a great pass. Two-man toward the net, a chance. Leroux continues after it. A stop for Ellis, who was out of his net big time right there. But the Islanders will touch up, and it's a power play to the Mooseheads. Hooking call coming up. And I believe it's Felix Tremblay making his way off toward the Islanders penalty box. So the Moose with a massive man advantage coming up right now, Tim.
Some great patience here by the rookie Dume, trying to outweigh Ellis, but he stuck with him. Big moment here in the game here for the Mooseheads. But not big opportunity here to take the lead. At the very least, like to see some positive momentum built out of this power play.
And Elliot Desnoyers out to try to take this face off and win it for the Moose. He'll line up against Zach Beauregard. Beauregard, who has been real good in the face-off circle, though, able to win it, and the Islanders will clear the zone as Brady James is out of his net to play it there for Barron. Justin Barron. The Avalanche first rounder dropped it off for Wynot, and a massive collision out there as Gallant and Wynot. That was quite an impact. Puck dropped off back down behind the Islanders net. Sean Stewart was able to work it over there to Gallant, but he can't keep it out. Wynot holds it in at the right point. Dish down low. Play back up top for Wynot. Wynot now for Danoyer. Down here for Leroux. That got past him, but Barron deep in the action, able to play it back down low for Leroux. It's worked around the boards for Danoyer. Gets tripped up over there. Peters trying to help out as it pops free, and on it is Lowen, and he will clear that one the length of the ice for the Charlottetown Islanders. A minute to go now in this Mooseheads power play. Danoyer extending that leg to stay on side. And Peters, he'll turn it over. It's going to be poked out to neutral ice, but Leroux gets back to break it up, and he'll come in down the right wing, dangles back behind the net with it, trying to step out, and it knocked off of his stick, and Plantowski on it now. He'll spin and fired it around the boards. It was held in by Leroux. Leroux, a toe drag there, trying to snap that shot off, but Trudeau blocked it. And the Mooseheads back in their own end with it now as Horvath sends it off the boards. Halifax in transition. Dume will dump it in deep. Fired hard around the wall, but Jones at least blocked it for a moment, but it popped out to Patrick Gay, and he's able to clear the zone. Just 12 seconds left now in this Mooseheads power play. 5:20 to go in the third period. We are all tied up at 4. Jones plays it off of his stick down into the Islanders' end. He'll head after it. Charlottetown on it first. And Cedric Desrousseaux, he'll take it for a skate back up ice. He's got Budgel with him on the backhand, puts it right on. It was off the shoulder of James. Budgel behind the net for Desrousseaux. Back down low for Budgel. He'll throw it up top for Noah Lowen. He tried to work it toward the front of the net. It was off the leg, bouncing puck there in front, and the Mooseheads will look to clear the zone. It's sent out to neutral ice. Noah Lowen quickly gathers it up. He tried to spring Casey. That was just out of his reach as he was unable to get a hold of it. Justin Barron down behind the Mooseheads net. He'll play one up the left wing to Myron. Back for Wynot. And Wynot fires it out. Moose trying to get a stick on it there. Out at center. And unable to do so. And a defensive...
You can hear the herd here. News 95.7, your home for Halifax Mooseheads hockey. Catch tonight's post-game show on your way home. Only on News 95.7.
Having a few issues there. Yeah, all good. We can come right back after this. Yeah. Sure. So are we still, like, our mics still live there? Okay. Welcome back. You're listening to Dartmouth Dodge Mooseheads Hockey on News 95.7. Gareth McDonald, Tim Boyce back with you here live from the Scotiabank Center, and it is a 4-4 hockey game. Islanders battling back to tie this one up. Moose at 1 point back in the second, leading 4-0. Shots on goal here in the third, Tim. 12-1 in favor of the Islanders.
Yeah, they've certainly found their legs in the third period here. Just a sign of a veteran team, I think. Didn't panic, stuck with it.
The goals for Charlottetown, as we mentioned, they kind of came in bunches, less than a minute apart. Both pairs of goals so far for Charlottetown, and this one got a couple of goals, 31 seconds apart late in the second, and then less than a minute apart in the early going of this third period. Wynot got tripped up down in the Mooseheads corner, right back up on his skates as it's played back to the line for Noah Lowen. Over to Cormier, fires a shot. Myron blocks it. Another shot there, right on, and James will make the save and then cover up that loose puck. So another defensive zone draw for the Moose. Cam Wynot will head off. Robinson coming out with Jake Furlong. Marcus Vidicek up front right now for the Mooseheads. Vidicek staying out here with Landon Myron and Liam Payton. So Vidicek squares off against Beauregard. Looks like Vidicek will get waved out. He'll be replaced now by Myron. And a clean win, shot right on. LeBlanc with the one-timer right off the face-off, and James had to be sharp right there, makes the stop, and then hangs on to it.
Yeah, great save by James, and if I'm the centerman there, you've got Gallant lined up in the slot. You know that's where the puck is coming. Can't get beat clean there. Got to tie up a stick.
I believe right now Zach Beauregard 16 for 20 in the face-off circle. He has been real good here, but Vidicek will pull that puck back for the Mooseheads. And long pass out to center. That's off a stick. Now back in transition, the Islanders, a shot right on. It was off the goal stick of Brady James as Vidicek tried to sweep it down into Islanders territory. That was broken up, and Furlong now will collect it. Plays it off for Robinson. A pass ahead for Liam Payton. Now Myron toward the middle of the ice, and he tried to get the shot off there, but had it poked away. Now some good work here from Landon Myron. Almost forced a turnover at the Charlottetown blue line. As the Islanders, a little miscommunication there, it would appear, as Myron drops it off. Moose looking to break out. A pass up ahead. Leroux, he'll cut wide. Back for Elliott Desnoyers, trying to protect that puck, but he had it knocked off of his stick, and the Islanders will just flip it high and out. Cam Wynot inside his blue line, turns it over to Cedric Desrousseaux. He'll hand off now to Budgel, try to cut out front, spins, lets a shot go, bouncing puck. And how did that stay out? A bouncy puck down in the blue paint, and that is quickly waved off. But what an opportunity here for the Charlottetown Islanders as they look to take their first lead of this hockey game.
Close call there for sure. Budgel with a nice cut to the middle of the ice, and just throws it at the net. I don't know if Casey got a stick on that. I don't know if it would have counted it or not. It looked like it was hit with a glove initially, but great job by James to stay with it.
Just a wild play right there, and still plenty of discussion going on down in the Mooseheads, and the Islanders still talking with the officials. Jeff Hopkins having a couple of words down there. So a face-off coming up to Brady James right as the Mooseheads. He dodged one right there. Brett Budgel always seems to turn in a big performance here in Halifax with that great move to create that chance. Wynot behind the net for Justin Barron. He'll shovel it up the wall. Leroux takes a chop at it. It's off of Lowen, but quickly on it is Jordan Dumais. Dumais will play it down toward the Islanders' corner. Budgel sweeping that one down toward an open corner. Now no allowing on it now. He will take it back behind the net of Colton Ellis. Ellis with a pretty sleepy third period here. Has not faced much of anything in this final period. Islanders take their time as they look to break out. There's a pass up the middle off the stick, and no allowing for Casey. He'll drop it off inside the blue line for Budgel. Cross ice. Desrousseaux steps in, a shot, he scores. A laser from Cedric Desrousseaux. It comes late in this hockey game. Just a minute 52 to go, and the Islanders down 4-0 at one point have come all the way back to take the lead in this hockey game for the first time this afternoon.
Just a little bit too much time and space for the leading scorer in the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League. I think if you give a guy like that any kind of time, he's going to make you pay, and he certainly did there.
Second goal of the evening here for Cedric Desrousseaux, his 33rd, league-leading 33rd of the season. And the Mooseheads down 6-5 right now, or 5-4, pardon me. 6-5 on the scoreboard, and should trust my instincts instead as this one is set the length of the ice by the Mooseheads. So it's a 5-4 hockey game. Islanders on top for the first time this afternoon, again battling all the way back. It was a 4-0 game at one point. Patrick Gay kind of turning the table on this one with that power play goal, and again, Tim, you mentioned it right at the time it happened, it wasn't what you wanted to give the Islanders at that point in the game.
Key times of the periods, you know, the last couple minutes of a period and the start of a period, Charlottetown's been the better club in those key moments.
Jason Horvath down here in the Mooseheads corner, sends it up the left wing side. Gallant kept that one in. He shoots it way wide. Trudeau racing over at that left point. Fired a shot. That was blocked, and now Vidicek will send it up the right wing side. That got past Landon Myron, and now some confusion out here as we have an empty net. Mooseheads getting a line change in right there, and Islanders just clearing it out to center, so the net is empty. Shot off the side of the cage as Cam Wynot will head after it here with 1 minute to go. Wynot taking his time. He'll drop it off for Barron. Barron winds up out through neutral ice with it. He'll fire in cross ice for Leroux. Shovels it down toward the net, and jumping up there to grab a hold of it was the netminder Ellis. So the Mooseheads will get an offensive zone faceoff with 50.8 seconds remaining. They trail 5-4, and kind of assume we'll see a timeout right here.
Yeah, get your 6 best players on the ice, get everybody on the same page, win that faceoff. That's the first step here. You got to have possession of that puck.
30-second timeout, Halifax.
As we said, this game following a bit of a wacky timeline here today. Marcus Vidicek with the only goal of the first period. His 10th of the year, and then Santa Peters scoring early in the second, put the Mooseheads up 2-0 in the opening minute. Elliot Desnoyers taking a nice feed from Santa Peters a little later on in the second. He made it 3-0, and then Cam Wynot just 33 seconds after Elliot Desnoyers made it 3-0. Wynot makes it 4-zip, but Patrick Gay kind of turned this storyline around. He scored with 4.5 minutes to go, his 8th, and then it was Brendan McCarthy 31 seconds after that. And here in the third, it has been all Islanders. They got a couple of goals from Cedric Desrousseaux and Drew Elliott as well, as they continue to take it to the Mooseheads. Shots here, 15-1 for Charlottetown in this final period as Desnoyers will take the face-off. The net is empty. Islanders win the draw. Wynot jumped up, kept it there briefly. Casey races after it down in the Mooseheads end. Got to it first. It's worked back toward the line for Lowen. Dishing off, and now a chance side of the net, and that was shoveled wide. Net empty here for the Moose. Kept in at the line by Brett Budgel. He got tripped up. Just 26 seconds left, and a shot. They score. Brett Budgel, the Islanders captain, will ice this one. He fires it into the empty net. And 6 unanswered goals for the Charlottetown Islanders. And with that goal, they will extend their win streak to 9 games here today. Still a bit of time left in this one, but this period, it has been all Charlottetown Islanders.
Yeah, they certainly came to play in the third period, that's for sure. You know, I think last 5 minutes of the second, you could kind of see the tide changing a little bit, and they were foot on the gas for the entire third period.
Certainly seem to have found some gas, I would say, in the late going of that second. And it carried into the third for sure. So Oliver will take it back down behind the net of Colton Ellis. It's sent up the left wing side, and the Moose with a forcing a turnover right there. Shot fired wide, and that'll do it. 6-4 the final here at the Scotiabank Center. Colton Ellis remaining perfect against the Mooseheads. But the storyline in this one, perhaps not quite the stellar goaltending that we have seen be a big storyline here lately with Ellis between the pipes. He gets bailed out. Lots of run support here in this third period from his teammates. And the Islanders come roaring back to take it 6-4. Big comeback, and they tie the second longest win streak in Islanders franchise history with this victory here tonight. It's 9 in a row for Charlottetown. Well, we will take a break before returning.